Network, the home of the Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
It's not a mirage in the California sun. The Angels are for real, riding a wave of youth and confidence. It's gone! Taylor Ward again! A grand slam again! And he is absolutely on fire! The Halos are racking up wins and lighting up scoreboards. But now comes the real test. The American League champion, New York Yankees. The Bronx Bombers bring history and expectations every time they take the field. With their eyes focused on another trip to October, the gold standard of Major League Baseball heads west. It's gone! Logan O'Hoppe puts the Angels back in front. West Coast swagger. Neto with the backhand pick. One hop throw across in time. That's how special of a player Zach Neto is. Meets East Coast tradition. The upstart Angels take on the defending AL champs. Let's find out who's for real.
Tonight at the Big A on Memorial Day as we welcome you to our Angels Live pregame presented by Spectrum. It's your Angels taking on the New York Yankees, and certainly an honor for us on Memorial Day. We honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice, the heroes who gave everything for our country, and everybody's going to rise for this man, Aaron Judge. The Yankees, he is the two-time MVP, and he is on an absolute heater this season, putting up numbers really never seen before, and he's pretty much done it all. Logan O'Hoppe, he grew up a Yankees fan, and this is going to be a big honor for him. You've got three of the top four home run hitters in the American League in Judge, Ward, O'Hoppe, and there's Zach Neto with 20 runs scored in the last 18 games. And we got a lot of stuff to break down. The tease was outstanding. As you see, our military on Memorial Day are here for a great one. We got a hot halo hitter to break down. How to stop Aaron Judge with Kochanowicz on the bump against those Bronx Bombers in honor of Memorial Day. We are thrilled to be here with you this Monday night Memorial Day with Mark Gubaza and Garrett Anderson. I'm Patrick O'Neill. To be here on this day, Gooby means a lot.
Sending prayer and love to all family members that lost a loved one, protecting, allowing us to be able to sit here and talk Major League Baseball. Yes. So they've endured so much. We're sending so much love and prayers.
Yeah, much respect. I just every time we have this holiday, it does remind you what was fought for, and also you have to be just tremendously thankful.
100%. We're really grateful to be here with you today. As far as this matchup, two teams that have won 8 of 10. The Angels, whoever the last two, not so great offensively. The Yankees are coming in hot, right, with Aaron Judge. The Angels do play the Yankees well here, having won 8 of 12 since 2021.
And you always think of all the positives. Obviously, this last 2 games against the Marlins were tough, but you think about how well they were playing in those previous 8 when they were scoring a lot of runs. You're going to have to score some runs against the Yankees because they have a powerful offense led by Aaron Judge. But success against the team, and success against this Yankee team, that smile on your face, you know that really well. You get a World Series ring because of that. If you have success against a team like the Yankees, you don't get overwhelmed when you play them.
I wouldn't mind getting in the box right now. That's how much I love playing against them.
I love it.
But no, serious aside, the team at Angels have been doing really well the last 8 of 10, and big reason is the scoring. They've been mashing the ball. The starting pitching has been doing well, and that's what's keeping them in games, but the hitting is what's been really putting them over the top.
It's always quite a scene when the Yankees come into town. I went over to the Yankees side, and I got stopped by their security. They said, hey, let me see your press credential. I said, hey, I work with Mark Gubaza, and he owns the Yankees. This first start against the Yankees, they went a CG, all right? He shut them down. You did hit groove, and you had 4 walks, but congrats on that CG.
Yeah, it was always a thrill. Like GA was saying, when you face the Yankees, whether it was in New York or at home in Kansas City, I always thought this is the game. This is the game you prove your worth, because let's go into Broadway when you face the Yankees. They are the top team in the history of the sport, so you get elevated a little bit higher and you want to go out there and perform. That's why I think this team has played so well against them in this ballpark. People like Zach Neto, great career numbers against the Yankees because you just want to play better against them.
Well, good job. You went against Ron Guidry. Your first game against the Yankees, you did have a hit. You did take the loss, but you also played against Don Mattingly. All right, let me ask you, G, about what it's like for the Angels of late offensively. Forget about the previous two. What do you like best about this team right now?
What I like is that they're starting to string hits together. I mean, that's the thing. You can't just hit home runs in this league and expect to win. But they're going first to third, and they're making guys pay one over the plate. But what I really like is that they're doing it as a collective bunch. They're not relying on, 2 or 3 guys in the lineup to come around every time the lineup flips.
I mean, when you look at it, it's 1 through 9. There's guys at the bottom of the lineup getting on base, for Zach Neto to clear him up at the top of the lineup. You got Taylor Ward just smashing the baseball. Logan O'Hobbs. Nolan Kochanowicz is really hitting the ball very, very well to all fields. And then Solaire's been able to drive in runs too. So whoever they have in the lineup that particular night, it seems like a guy wants to go out there and perform. But it's all about balance. And you're right, GA. You need balance. When you're facing a team like the Yankees, you need balance. You just can't have a couple guys going in the lineup. You need everyone going at the same time.
Yeah, it's just, that's exactly what they've been doing. And, I think they really have some continuity. Everyone's kind of staying in the same place in the lineup. And usually when that happens, you don't have to look at the lineup. You know where you're going to be. It makes you feel good as a hitter.
Taylor Ward, listen, he's got 15 home runs. You see the numbers here of these great 4. You're right, Kochanowicz. You look at the average and what he has done in the last 10, but also the last 20, he is hitting .358 with a 14-game on-base streak. Taylor Ward, he's got to start a new streak, right? I know that, consecutive games with an extra base hit of 10 is over, but he just missed extending it and putting the Angels on the board.
I mean, he's so comfortable in the batter's box. He's got such a great game plan, what he's trying to do against the pitcher. Yarbrough today, there's a lot of change. You'd expect him just to stay back on the baseball. He's comfortable. The rest of the lineup is comfortable. Neto has been really, really effective there. Logan O'Hobbs, you mentioned he's a Yankee fan, so that's the little energy for him to put up some numbers because everyone's watching back home in New York and Long Island, so hopefully he'll put it all together.
He looks ready to go. He just walked past us. He is going to be fired up for this one. All right, you're going against Aaron Judge. I don't know how you're going to face this guy. The numbers he's putting up this year, he's won 2 MVPs, but this is a kind of a different world he's in, right?
Well, there's only one of 2 things you can do. Either don't let him play, pitch around him, or 2, make him uncomfortable in the box. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a guy that's, hitting really well. You might have to move his feet or go up and in on him hard to get his attention. So those are the things that I would say if you want to, go at him, you just do one of those 2 things.
I mean, and he's crushing the first pitch. That's the thing, I'm going to ask you about that in a second, GA. He's hitting .667 with 7 home runs. 7 home runs when he the first pitch in play. Jack Kochanowicz is a guy they're hitting .442 in the first pitch in play. So those numbers, when you look at that, OPS plus, the average player is 100.
That's right.
So 177 for Aaron Judge. And the Immortals he's up there with in baseball, including Barry Bonds at 182. So fantastic, fantastic career he's got going right now. But that doesn't mean you can't get him out. GA said it perfectly right. He's a big dude. Make him uncomfortable in the plate. You got to throw that fastball. He's so big at the plate, pitchers are generally intimidated to throw the fastball inside. You have to throw it in because he gets his arms extended. It's never a good thing.
Let's see how Kochanowicz deals with Judge and the Yankees. First time that he has ever faced them. By the way, our guy Mike Trout, a career OPS plus of 172, and he's getting closer. That is going to be great to see when he comes back. Let's bring in Erica Weston right now. And Erica, there has been a roster move, a familiar face to Southern California and to others in that Angels dressing room.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Nobody happier in the Angels clubhouse this afternoon maybe than Kenley Jansen with the return of Robert Stevenson. More on him in just a second. But also his former teammate up the freeway with the Dodgers and Chris Taylor. The Angels announced today that they signed him to a 1-year deal. They've optioned Kyron Paris down to AAA Salt Lake. And Chris Taylor said before the game today that this is a fresh start. He said it was time, and he joked that he's fresh. He hasn't played since May 15th, so he's certainly eager to get back out there. The Angels have him in center field tonight, so he's getting right after it. And Ron Washington talked about the experience that he brings to the field, to the lineup. He kind of leads by example, a little bit of a quiet leader, but he's been grinding, winning a lot of games, World Series, playoff appearances with the Dodgers since 2016, so he's got a lot of expertise. And Chris Taylor just wants to be able to prove to himself that he can still play, and very much looking forward to a new opportunity with the Angels.
Just, I'm excited to stay home. I get to live at home. I know the Angels have been playing really good baseball, so I'm excited to join the team and hopefully get on the field. That was one thing with the Dodgers this year. Just my role, I wasn't getting on the field that much, so I'm really just looking forward to like getting consistent at-bats and playing time.
Kenley was really excited to see you here. How much does it help having a familiar face like him in the clubhouse?
Yeah, Kenley and TA, you know, those guys were with the Dodgers with me, so it's always nice having guys you've played with, and I know a few of these guys, so it's good to have familiar faces, especially when you're trying to get acclimated.
So CT in center field tonight. As far as Kyron Paris goes, AAA Salt Lake, he'll be playing exclusively center field. Ron Washington said before the game that he was in good spirits when he told him, but he's young and he needs to play every single day, not just 1 or 2 games a week. So as soon as he gets going again, good chance we'll see KP back up here with the Halos, guys.
Hey, Erica, Zach Neto saw you. First thing he said is, don't take any more days off, all right? So he's blaming you.
Listen, I said to him, same.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. Thank you, Erica. We'll catch up with you a little bit later.
Thanks,
on Robert Stevenson. What do you think about Chris Taylor, Gooby, a veteran guy, a winner, and he can play everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, .430 career slugging percentage against left-handed starters and pitching in general. He has 2 starters in a row for the Yankees that are left-handed, so that helps him out. He can play a number of different positions, and when you look at his career, he's got a lot of big hits in big moments, so this is one of those big moments. When you're facing the Yankees, like we were talking about, it's a big moment right away, and he's able to slow down and process it, and it's going to help out some of the younger guys, too.
What's it like when a veteran like that joins a club at this point in the season?
It's nothing but a plus because there's a lot of younger players on this team, so he can definitely impart wisdom. He can help them in any kind of way, but I'm sure being here at first, he's probably going to, walk on his toes a little bit lightly and not try to seem like he knows everything, but he has a lot of wealth of knowledge to add. I mean, all the postseason he's played in, so this transition is going to be easy for him.
And he says he's well rested, so he is ready to go. We welcome Chris Taylor to the Angels. We'll take a break, come back, and continue to talk pitching, right? It's important for Jack Kochanowicz, that momentum that starts with the next game's starting pitcher. That is the Silent C. How will Kochanowicz, in his first ever start versus the Yankees, slow down the judge and the Bronx Bombers? You'll find out next on Angels Live.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker. Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin. Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye! Snakes alive!
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Sports Network is presented by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life, unlimited. That's Spectrum. And that's an awesome band right out here at the Big A. We are ready for Memorial Day baseball. We honor the brave men and women who selflessly made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Mark Gubaza, Garrett Anderson, and I'm Patrick O'Neill. All right, Jack Kochanowicz against the Yankees. The splits, righty, lefty. What do you make of that?
I mean, now he's got that developing changeup. That'll change it as far as the numbers versus left-handed batters, and that's the big thing. Is a sinker ball pitcher throwing a lot of sinking fastballs away against lefties. Eventually, you're going to give up some hits. He's giving up some home run balls to him, but the changeup has been a lot better for him. remember, their best hitter is a right-handed batter, too, so that helps out with Aaron Judge. But throwing that changeup, throwing the sweeper backdoor, throwing that slider backdoor against lefties is going to make that four-seam fastball, I think, GA, that much better against the lefties, too.
Yeah, when I saw the numbers in the splits, it was kind of mind-boggling to see that lefties were hitting that at that high of a rate, considering the stuff that he has. And, yes, he's starting to add the changeup more now. But I would be more to dig in more of like his approach to the left-handed hitter. Maybe he has to go inside more so they can respect that ball out over the plate and not lean out over the plate and hit it.
I think part of the reason, too, is he kind of sometimes doesn't trust the movement on his fastball. He's behind 1-0. When you look at his numbers, 0-1 compared to 1-0, it's a big difference for him. So he's got to be able to trust that movement to work that fastball away, but then use that changeup and backdoor the slider against him, too.
Were you surprised that Paul Goldschmidt wasn't in the lineup here? GA, you look at what he has done, a resurgence, considering his WAR is higher in 52 games than it was in 154 last year.
I always find it interesting when stars and the guys in the middle of the lineup are off. So maybe it's just a scheduled off day, but with the year he's having, I'm happy that he's sitting on the bench tonight. So
that's a good point. He's got 15 runs scored in the last 15 games, and he's slugging .534 on the season.
I mean, he's swinging the bat well. He doesn't have a lot of power going, but the batting average itself has been unbelievable. 345 along with 397. I think that's a pretty good combination right there. That's a dynamic duo going for the Yankees so far this season. But, the bottom line is, if you make quality pitches, it doesn't matter. And you know this, GA. If they make quality pitches, you got a good chance of getting you out, or you got a chance to put the ball in play at somebody. So that's the theory and mindset you always got to have when you're going against guys as hot as they are right now.
Look at the historic Yankee duos. Judge and Goldie are on par, and you got those names with Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra. That is incredibly impressive. Oh, well, you know very well. You know some of the other guys on that list. I know that. Yes. Wade Boggs. Yeah. How'd you do against Wade?
Next question.
Sorry, next question. I'm surprised Mattingly wasn't on there. He got a hit off you that first game, by the way. All right, let's bring in Erica Weston right now. You mentioned Robert Stevenson. I went to Robert Louis Stevenson, so I love the fact that this guy's in uniform. When do you think we'll see him officially make his debut?
Pretty soon, Patio. Yeah, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. He's in the Angels clubhouse this afternoon. He's not active tonight. He did pitch last night. Wouldn't give us any indication as far as what the date might be. He said, you're probably going to have to go to the front office for that. But he's here, which all signs indicate that he's going to make his return in the next couple of days. Remember, he's been out since last April after having Tommy John surgery. Three rehab appearances with AAA Salt Lake, 2 last week with Inland Empire. The fastball hit 98, and he's very excited to finally get to pitch for the Angels.
I feel like I'm really close. My body's been feeling really good. Been responding well throwing, so I'm excited.
How has it felt getting back out and pitching on a mound?
It's kind of surreal, I guess. It's been 13 months now, so I was just excited to be back.
Yeah, he said the emotions and everything, all the anxiousness and excitement, it's probably all going to hit him at one moment when he finally does make his first appearance on the mound as an Angel. Where might we see him in the Angels bullpen, guys? Well, he hopes it's the back end of the bullpen. He said it's up to Ron Washington, but he certainly hopes that he's been put in those high leverage situations, so we'll wait and see.
Okay, Erica, thanks very much, and welcome back. Have a great game. And one thing Ron Washington said about Robert Stevenson, he's in better shape than anybody. He's certainly had enough time. That was a big free agent signing. He's getting paid very well, Gooby. What do you think he's going to add back there?
What he did with Tampa Bay in 23, 38 in the third innings, pitched 60 strikeouts. He had 3 pitches with a whiff percentage well over 40%. He was that good for him, and he's going to be jumping into this role right away. He's throwing a lot of strikes down there in his rehab assignment, so I think he's going to really be huge for Zephyr John and obviously Kenley Jansen down to the bullpen.
Yeah, it's just going to extend the bullpen. Just another arm down there that's proven that he can pitch at a high level, so it's going to be a great addition whenever he's in there.
Yeah, considering it's the bullpen, that's been the issue for sure, especially with Ben Joyce being lost for the season. So we welcome Robert Stevenson back here at the Big A. I can't wait until he gets into a game.
By the way, real quick, Patio, Wally Joyner just checked in and said it's a big game. Let's go Halos against the Yankees. So Wally Joyner jumping in there, that's pretty big. You know it's a big series against the Yankees.
Did Wally say it was the biggest game of the year?
He said it's absolutely the biggest game of the year.
I love it.
Yes.
Hey, thanks so much, Gooby. Have fun today. I know how much you love to hate the New York Yankees.
As long as you don't mention Boggs and Mattingly again, we're friends, Patio.
Okay, good. I won't. I won't for sure. Get them all fired up. Both of these guys are ready to go against the Yankees. All right, we got a great Fleet Week visit on Memorial Day to tell you about next.
Seems like everyone's going.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
High drive! It is out of here! Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish an identity.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
MLB The Show 25, take 3.
What's up, guys? I'm Eli De La Cruz.
This is Paul Skeens.
Gunnar Henderson here. I am super excited to be sharing the cover of MLB The Show 25.
But we're gonna play for real?
This is the fun part right here. It's a huge honor to be on the cover with two great athletes.
Welcome to the show.
That's a wrap.
FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum. And we are excited for this ball game here tonight on Memorial Day, and we give thanks to everyone who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Here's a very special feature when you see Logan O'Hoppe and Zach Neto giving back and having fun doing it.
How you doing? I'm Logan. Frank, nice to meet you.
Zach, nice to meet you.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you
Logan.
doing? Chris,
Good to meet you.
Do my best to...
The rumbling you hear in the background, that's my engines keeping the lights on. All right, I've been on board Harper's Ferry for almost 6 years. It's a very cool ship. We can do a lot of really, really cool things. And as we walk around, I'll explain all of them to you. We have a layout of all our damage control equipment. Everybody's secondary, primary job is damage control or firefighting.
Am I racing you, or you?
No, you got it, dude.
No? All right. I can't get cocky because I got in this thing quicker than I thought.
Come on, get it on, dude.
Can't believe it.
Oh, no, you're not done yet. Jump and pull. Yep. Get it up high and tight. There you go.
Fire, hop on the rescue. 30 minutes, hop. All right, now good luck taking it off, dude.
This is on the MD-22 Osprey. We will be the landing, refuel, and just kind of a lily pad if they need us.
Zach, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I will drive this.
How's it going, man? I'm Logan.
What's up, Tim?
Nice to meet you, Tim.
This ain't like the Fortnite bus, all right?
What?
Dude, can you imagine flying this?
You know how much Call of Duty I've been playing I can fly this thing? Come on. Hey, Mike, we jumping off the plane?
Look, we're in a helicopter right now, bro.
These people are obviously so important to our country, and really happy we got to come out here today and meet everybody and be a little part of it.
Oh. I got it. Come on. Just a lot of thank yous to the men and women just serving our country while we get to live our freedom, and I get to play the game that I love on a daily basis. Be able to come out here today and just enjoy the time with them. It's kind of like their all-star weekend. Thank you again to them and their services, and just be able to keep our country safe.
Now always great for those guys to do, coming off of a road trip. And here's a flashback. There you see Garrett. What a great crew with Langer and Finn to win. Rod Carew, Tim Meade, and Rex Hudler.
Yeah, Tim Meade set that up, and we got a chance to spend the night on it. And we walked all around the ship. We got to meet the captain. I mean, there was so many things we did. And one thing I did learn is that the pilots that fly the jets, they are rock stars. They walk around like they're rock stars.
Now, you're on an aircraft carrier?
Yeah, we're on the Lincoln down in San Diego.
Woo! That's awesome. That is a great photo, and thank you so much for sharing that one with us. You guys look great, still look the same also. All right, we're closing in on first pitch. The judge is on the field.
Hey everyone, Patrick O'Neill here with FanDuel Sports Network. May is Mental Health Month, and we're bringing you more mental health and wellness tips from OC Healthcare. Emotional wellness is the ability to successfully handle life stresses and adapt to change in difficult times. One way to practice emotional wellness is to take time for yourself. Relax and recharge. Connect with others. Engage in physical activity. Practice gratitude. Create a daily routine. Find more tips for improving your mental health and the National Institute Health's emotional checklist at angels.ocnavigator.org.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep, but that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of like 4 or 5 straight world championships. This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
Shohei Ohtani! He's in a world of his own! Strike 3 swinging. It's a dozen strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. Walk-off win!
Well, when the Angels win this game, hopefully, you win free McDonald's fries. You get free medium McDonald's fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase. It's only on the app at participating McDonald's. We got a great ball game for you here on FanDuel Sports Network. Jack Kochanowicz is on the bump against Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees. Can the Halos take care of business, get back on the winning track? We're looking forward to a flyover of the national anthem, the U.S. Navy V-22 Osprey out of Coronado. That's awesome. Here's the PA announcer, Michael Araujo.
And now, fans, we ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enjoy our time with family and friends in the ballpark during this Memorial Day weekend, Major League Baseball and the Angels would like to take a moment to pause and remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We ask that you please join us now in a brief moment of silence. Thank you. In honor of those serving our nation at home and overseas, please join former NYPD officer and 9/11 survivor Daniel Rodriguez in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Right now,
Arguably one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the game.
At 100 miles an hour, Sandy ties a career high 14 strikeouts.
This guy is a difference maker for the Marlins.
He's a staff ace. He wants to take the ball, man. He has been great.
Sandy Alcantara has thrown a complete game shutout.
It's like if I faced you, you got no respect for me.
No.
Exactly.
Morris at the front of the rotations.
A guy that wanted to finish what he starts.
Shutout for Sandy Alcantara.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Baseball in Southern California as we honor Memorial Day here at Angel Stadium. And tonight, the first of a three-game series between the Halos and the New York Yankees. Alongside Mark Gubas, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Gooby, the Angels were cooled off a bit over the weekend, but now they'll try to ramp up against the defending American League champs.
Wayne, it's the New York Yankees in town. If you're a baseball player at all, you cannot wait to face this Yankee team. Even with Aaron Judge, as good as he swung the bat, you want that opportunity to go out to perform at the biggest stage, and that's playing the New York Yankees.
Now the Angels will try to get it done in this series against New York. Jack Kochanowicz on the mound for the Halos tonight against Ryan Yarbrough for the Yankees as the Angels try to make it happen here at the Big A.
Since the dawn of baseball, every player has honed their unique skills. Who from this era will prove worthy of legend? The world watches as the journey unfolds.
Ready for the show! Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back, enjoy the show.
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
Memorial Day across Major League Baseball as the Angels and Yankees will close out the day. This is the last game to start, and the Angels are on the field here at Angel Stadium looking to take down the Yankees. For Jack Kochanowicz, a better pitch mix lately has largely led to better results.
Yeah, that changeup has really helped him out. Wayne, and also his sweeper and slider, my go-tos for Jack Kochanowicz to have a big game. Remember, he pitched extremely well against the Dodgers, the other team in the World Series last year. Trust movement on that sinker, get those ground balls, but better success with his secondary pitches. 3 home runs allowed, .352 batting average, but a lot better of late with those secondary pitches.
Expected to be a sellout crowd here tonight at the Big A as we get things going with Ben Rice leading off and fouling off the first pitch. The Angels today signed former Dodger Chris Taylor. He is playing in center field today for the Angels. Kyron Paris was sent to AAA, so Taylor making his Angels debut kind of out of nowhere here today. It's over the inside corner, inside third, a strike to Rice, 0-2.
Yeah, you know, not unusual to see a batter swing at the first pitch against Jack Kochanowicz. He did fouled it off, and he came right back with a sinker inside. Now he has him set up for a backdoor breakable, maybe to change up. See if he can get that first batter out here. Powerful hitter in Rice.
The ball's 2 strikes. Rice has 10 homers, and that just missed the outside corner. It's Austin Jones calling the balls and strikes today. just misses the inside corner from Kochanowicz. Facing this Yankee lineup, Trent Grisham has been off to a good start batting second. Judge has been otherworldly. Bellinger, there's the Martian in there. Jason Dominguez, Volpe, Wells, Vivas, and Peraza for Aaron Boone's Yankees today. Swinging a foul, Rice got just a piece on the sinker. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
What a perfect spot to throw that sinker against a lefty. You know his numbers so far season, left-handed batters. A little success against Kochanowicz, but of late though, because of that changeup and the sinker, that same arm slide, it's made it a lot better.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Kochanowicz trying to put away Rice. A ground ball to first should get that done. Nolan Shotwell takes it to the bag. 1 out.
Look at the Nissan defense for the Halos tonight out in the outfield. You got Taylor Ward, Chris Taylor making his first start in center field as a Halo. Joe Adell in right field. In the infield, you got Moncada, who's been great at third base. Zach Neto has been outstanding. Kevin Newman, good glove at second. Nolan Shaw, we've seen that baseball go right to that glove. And Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate out in center field. That's a 217th game out in center field for Chris Taylor in his career. 3 defensive runs saved as a center fielder.
Now we know Taylor as an extremely versatile player. He could play every outfield position, all over the infield as well. So Taylor, I'm sure that will be utilized by Ron Washington. Grisham has 12 home runs already this year in 45 games. His career high 17 he hit for the Padres in 2022. So he's shown a lot more power. Grisham without the batting gloves, and well, I think it helps if you're going to have a good season and hitting in front of Aaron Judge. It makes a lot of sense because you're going to see a lot of pitches. Nobody wants to walk you in front of Judge.
And also playing in Yankee Stadium too, with that stance he has. He's a little bit off the plate, so he's going to look in that inner half. So if Kochanowicz can have that sinker and changeup going away against him, it should be a pretty solid pitch going against him today.
What are you saying? They have a short porch at Yankee Stadium?
There's a rumor of that. Don't know if it's 100% guaranteed though, but I think it's a pretty heavy rumor.
It's different here.
That's perfect.
That's in there. Strike 3 called. A perfect pitch indeed from Kochanowicz.
That's that paint right on the outside corner. 97.
I think it was President's Day. Here's Aaron Judge. The first pitch, it's right up the middle. An easy bouncer for Kevin Newman. And a quick first inning for Jack Kochanowicz.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that.
Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff.
He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth the Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win.
Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go my zone, Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
Guy's dangerous.
Julio.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte. He's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin. Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye. Snakes alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
By Theodore Robbins Ford with Zach Neto leading things off. Then it's Shotwell and Moncada. Taylor Ward, it's cleanup, Soler, then O'Hoppe, Joe Adell in right field. Chris Taylor in his Angels debut in center field today. Kevin Newman is the second baseman. No Luis Renifo in there with a lefty on the mound, Ryan Yarbrough, veteran who is getting a chance to start here in the month of May for the Yankees due to some injuries in their rotation.
Yeah, Yarbrough has been great as a starter. 3 starts for the Yankees, 2.57. He already has 4 runs and 14 innings pitched.
Kind of forever been a swingman throughout his career, and he swings the first pitch in there. A cutter to Zach Neto. And Yarbrough's been with a few different teams, mostly with the Rays. We saw him with the Dodgers and the Blue Jays last year. No balls and a strike on Zach Neto. Has been off to a terrific start. That frisbee kind of style from Yarbrough. Neto fouls one off.
Yeah, my go-to is to be successful against Yarbrough today because he goes to that tough arm angles. Don't chase the sweeper. It's very, very effective. Over 34% whiff percentage, but power off all fastballs. That's a 4-seam, 2-seam, and cut fastball. 4 home runs allowed versus those pitches.
He's typically in his career been very good against lefties, but this year he's had reverse splits, which is odd to see with that arm angle. 0-2 here on Neto, and he takes ball 1.
I think the process you have to have at the plate is you've got to think the other way against him and force him in at some point. If he's going to stay at the outer half, you got to be able to hit the ball back up the middle the other way as a right-handed batter.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Zach Neto. He slaps one to the right side, but foul into this big crowd here at Angel Stadium tonight.
Tell you what, every time the Yankees come into town, the energy level just goes to the next spot. And it's fun here. Anytime you face the Yankees, period. As a player, you love it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Neto. Yarbrough misses upstairs. Yarbrough's from Austin, Texas, but he grew up in Florida. He was a Rays fan growing up. He actually got to pitch quite a bit for his Tampa Bay Rays. He was drafted by Seattle out of Old Dominion University. He's not the best pitcher to come out of there.
Verlander was pretty good, right?
I would say so. 2-2. As Neto drives one left center field, it's deep. Grisham is back out. He's near the wall. It's a leadoff homer and a big start for the Halos.
That's Bo Jackson territory in dead center field for Zach Magneto. 440. 106. Welcome back. I guess that day off wasn't too bad. Well, he did talk to us yesterday. He had a little at bat, but almost a full day off.
His 4th leadoff home run in the month of May.
He loves hitting against the Yankees.
He's worn the Yankees out. On top of that, he's tied Taylor Ward for the Angel record for the most leadoff home runs in a calendar month. Ward hit 4 last September. Now Neto's hit 4 in May.
It's his 3rd career home run against the Yankees.
Two on Nolan Kochanowicz since his major league debut. Remember, he debuted pretty much against the Yankees. His first week in the majors was against the Red Sox and Yankees.
A couple easy ballparks to debut in, Fenway Park and Yankee Stadium.
But since then, Neto has hit .326 against the Yankees entering today. That's 5th best in baseball during that time. He's added to it here with a home run, and it was a no-doubter.
Tried to backdoor it, and he stayed on that one really, really well. And off speed, change up, dead center field. Didn't try to pull it. Like I said, right-handed batter's got to think up the middle. Again, another pitch he called out in front, doing a lot of damage.
A little bat flip too.
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, got to do it. No balls, 2 strikes on Kochanowicz. That frisbee sweeper from Yarbrough runs away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kochanowicz did extend his on-base streak yesterday to 14 consecutive games, reaching base safely, and he's hit .370 during that time.
Just love that swing, and you can see up on that batter's eye, way up there. Well, we saw that last night for the Knicks. Towns, with the way he was making those 3-pointers, the way he was enthusiastic. You know what? Why not here for Zach Neto?
Well, it's Reggie Jackson, who certainly had his thumbprint on both of these organizations, would say it's time to take the tour. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nolan Kochanowicz.
Make it work a little bit already. 13 pitches in.
Yeah, long at bat for both Neto and Kochanowicz. Neto cranked a home run 440 feet out to straightaway center field. Longest home run in Zach Neto's career. It was a tank. Now Kochanowicz gets jammed a bit as he rolls one to Vivas, the second baseman. 1 out.
defense for the Yankees tonight. Mingus out in left, Grisham in center. Bellinger, a Gold Glove winner, out in right field for the Yankees. And then the infield, you got Raza, Volpe, another solid, good young shortstop. Vivas and Rice, and behind the plate, Austin Wells calling the pitches for Ryan Yarbrough. Cody Bellinger won the Gold Glove as a right fielder in 2019.
Bouncer to third off the bat of Moncada. Peraza straightens up the throw, man. Ground ball outs for Yarbrough after leadoff home run by Zach Neto.
And he's not a real big ground ball guy. This is about a little over 38% ground ball rate this year.
And these are the two most powerful teams in the American League. The Yankees are first in home runs throughout all of baseball. They've hit 86. The Angels now have hit 78. That's the second most home runs in the American League. So 3 games against one another here. They'll play 4 in New York in the middle of June. You could expect the ball to be flying out of both yards when these two teams meet up throughout this season. And in both teams' cases, it's an unusually powerful start to the years. The ball's in a strike on Taylor Ward, has provided 15 home runs for the Angels. He's the team leader in that category.
He's also 4 for 8 for Yarbrough.
Johnny Washington and Zach Neto going over the home run swing on the iPad.
Wouldn't you? Check it out.
I'd watch it over and over again. They say sometimes for young players it's not good to have the highlights so readily available. You get to watch yourself over and over again, maybe get caught up in your own headlines. That would be me.
Well, I know you went right home to see the highlights on MLB Network to hear your calls.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Ward. And a swing and a miss as Yarbrough got him on that sweeper. Leadoff homer, Zach Neto with a crusher to start this series against the Yankees.
Change up, change gone. Zach Neto.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my! This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
No way! What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
Roar is back in Motown.
Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King.
Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Angels fans very quickly getting their first look at Chris Taylor wearing Angels red this evening, getting the start in center field. In fact, Chris joked himself earlier today that, I'm feeling pretty fresh. He hasn't played in a game since May 15th, so he was excited to get sent right back out there. But Ron Washington values the expertise and experience that he is bringing to the ball club. It's something we need in there for sure. He said he's been grinding every day, winning with the Dodgers, so we're going to give him opportunity to see what he's got left. And Chris Taylor said he feels like he still has a lot left to prove. But guys, I'll tell you, Kenley Jansen really excited to have CT in the clubhouse with him, of course, teammates with the Dodgers. He rolled in on that scooter, talked to us pregame, and he said, I want to see this guy get back to being himself again. He can make a huge impact for this organization.
Well, certainly Wash enjoys having veteran players around, especially guys who've had winning experiences like Chris Taylor has, winning the World Series last year with the Dodgers in 2020 as well. But he's had some big hits in a Dodger uniform. He's only 34 years old. I mean, it's not like he's pushing 40 here. He's still got some youth to him.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of different guys on this team now to help out the young players. Now you have Chris Taylor helping out the position players. Kenley Jansen helping out at the bullpen. Kyle Hendricks helping out the starting pitchers. Travis d'Arnaud helping out Logan O'Hoppe. You need those veteran presence around your team to help out these young players to be able to slow the game down, especially when you're facing a team like the New York Yankees here tonight.
1-2 on Cody Bellinger as he hits a bouncer foul pass first, and I'm sure we'll see Taylor get some time at second base too, especially when Mike Trout comes back and the outfield has a fuller picture.
Now, he's played all three outfield positions. He played second, short, and third. Many positions he hasn't played, first base and catcher.
He's had plenty of experience in his career at every single position you could think of. There's a line drive out to Kevin Newman at second base.
Take a look at our Verizon reliable performance, using his changeup more. That's been a big pitch for us, making his sinker that much better. 20% use over the last couple of starts, especially with 2 strikes, 36%. He's recorded 9 outs, 6 strikeouts, and that whiff percentage jumping off on his changeup. Again, goes back to it, makes his sinker better in my opinion too.
So 1 out. Kochanowicz has retired the first 4. We get a look at Jason Dominguez, although a quick look as he hits the first pitch to the second baseman. So we'll talk about him later.
Oh, he's gone already.
Yeah, Mars attacks the dugout after bouncing out to second base. 5 up, 5 down for Jack Kochanowicz. And now that'll bring up Anthony Volpe. Gold Glove winner as the shortstop in the American League in 2023. Just the second rookie to ever do it. What happened basically in back-to-back years with him and Jeremy Pena. Volpe finding his way still offensively.
Pretty interesting because Kochanowicz throws a lot of first pitch strikes. A lot of batters are swinging at the first pitch against him. When you have quick outs like that, you almost force yourself to take a pitch, and he takes that sweeper first pitch.
The ball's 1 strike on Volpe. Volpe hit 4 home runs in the Yankees' first 5 games this year. And then he just hit 2 in his last 46 games. So quick start. Everybody was making noise. The Yankees were hitting all those homers early in the year with the torpedo bats. And baseball world was running wild. Volpe fouls one off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But a lot of those Yankee hitters started cooling off not too far after. Jazz Chisholm especially. He had some big series early on. The torpedo bat was supposedly behind it, and then he cooled off quite a bit before he got on the IL. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Volpe. A bouncing ball up the middle. It's Neto, Volpe's counterpart. Those two with parallel careers, certainly. We'll talk more about that as Volpe grounds out.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is 4 for 4.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort. Boom.
And you can kiss that goodbye. That's a game winner.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
Unbelievable.
Key for the game today. A little notorious BIG for you today, Wayne. Be all right. After that tough last 2 games against the Marlins, the Yankees in town, everything's going to be all right. Right away, it was. Zach Neto, Big Papa, another song by Notorious B.I.G. Wayne Yard.
Well, I really like your calming presence after the Angels had a great stretch, hitting the ball in every which way. Cooled off over the weekend, but you say it's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's going to be all right. And like I said, Big Papa got it started.
Absolutely. No bigger papa than Zach Neto.
No. No. Just ask him. There he is. Going 440. Yeah, we all have to call him Big Papa after going 440.
That's a Big Papa blast.
Yes.
There's no question. It's the kind of ball Jorge Soler has hit many a time in his career.
We got the call on that 2-0 backdoor breaking ball.
It could be Big Papa in name or in actual stature like Soler. It's a big boy at the plate.
Yes, it is.
2 balls and 1 strike as he hits one toward Michael Kay. Foul and just under the Yankee television booth.
He didn't even move. He's so cool over there, Michael Kay.
I think he knew it was coming. That happens in the Yankee booth every now and then.
Yeah. Oh yes. See ya.
Michael Kay, the Yankee TV voice. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Soler stays alive, chipping 1 foul.
You really have to stay back on these slow pitches.
Dave Sims and Susan Waldman on Yankee radio. Dave Sims replacing John Sterling. The Yankee booth got a little younger.
Yeah.
Just a little though. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Soler. And a bouncer
that
foul.
Was almost in the catcher's mitt when he fouled that one off. That's staying alive. He'll be all right.
There was that catcher's interference call here on Friday night.
That was Soler too.
Soler getting an RBI for that effort with the bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Gets under this one as he pops it up toward first. It's Ben Rice backing up into position to make the catch and retire Soler. 1 out. Logan O'Hoppe will stand in. The Home Depot's getting it done, and so is Logan as he barrels the baseball.
What have you guys in this ballpark here tonight been barreling the baseball?
4 of the 5 of the top 5 in the American League playing in this game. Cal Raleigh the only exception. O'Hoppe has been outstanding to start the year. His OPS close to 850. He has ripped 14 home runs. His career high 20, which he set last year, and he's, you figure, going to fly by that. 1 ball and no strikes on O'Hoppe as the calendar turns to Memorial Day. And with it, you know, the first period of the 3 in the baseball season, if you look at it in thirds, you know, a third of the way done officially tomorrow. You kind of get through the first 2 months of the year and see where things are on Memorial Day and start to plan your summer. Strike to O'Hoppe, and it's 1-2, and the Angels sit right now a couple of games under 500, certainly within striking distance in the American League West and in any sort of wild card race that will begin to form.
He missed a couple pitches already off the outside corner.
Not that one. You got that one right.
Yeah, he got that one right.
2 balls, 2 strikes, but it's, you know, the unofficial kickoff of summer, and with that you take a look and see what your ball club needs. Chris Taylor added to the team today. The Angels certainly feel like they have a shot to be in the mix this year. It's 2-2 on Logan O'Hoppe. Off the end of his bat, rolls one toward Vivas at second base. 2 outs. Bring up Joe Adell for the Yankees. Well, they're 12 games above 500, even though their roster looks thin without some of the pitchers that they were relying on. They haven't had Giancarlo Stanton, but here they are again in first place. They have a comfortable lead in the AL East. They're hitting well, they're pitching well, and you look at this roster and you wonder how they're doing it.
Aaron Boone spent many a days in this ballpark as a kid. His dad, Bob Boone, playing a lot of games for the Halo.
Bell fouls this one off. Bob Boone, and he had 2 sons who became big leaguers and both had fine careers, and now they're both in big league dugouts again. Brett Boone, the new hitting coach of the Rangers. And Aaron Boone has had a lot of success as the manager of the Yankees. Last year the team winning its 41st American League pennant.
Yeah, he just loves the game of baseball. He's been around. Had one of the most iconic walk-off home runs too for the Yankees.
He certainly did in that 03 ALCS. Off the plate to Adell, 2-1. He has a good temperament for the job as the manager of the Yankees. There's so much pressure that comes with that, and you have to kind of work within that.
Basically slightly different than Billy Martin when he was a Yankee manager as far as the temperament.
Billy Martin certainly accomplished a lot in his tenures as Yankee manager, all 12 of them. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Joe Adell. Ball 3 from Ryan Yarbrough. But Aaron Boone understands that you're managing not only the current roster, but you're managing against the legacy too.
So much pressure to win always, and not just win division, win the World Series.
Full count. And it's inside to Adell, so 2-out walk would give Chris Taylor his first at bat as an Angel. A welcoming hand from the Angel fans here tonight, as Taylor is certainly well known through the area. And since 2017, he has been close-knit to the Dodgers' success. As Taylor takes a strike there at another pitch that was off
those shadows and edges, he's getting all those calls, and they're all off the plate. He's got a .430 career slugging percentage versus left-handed pitching. Going to go back-to-back left-handers on the bump to start the game for the Yankees. Rodon on there tomorrow.
Carlos Rodon out there tomorrow against Tyler Anderson. Taylor was an all-star for the Dodgers in 2021. Had a career-high 73 runs batted in that year. Really just a steady, versatile player, and a guy that was able to have a lot of big hits. Even last year, as he didn't have a very good year offensively, he still went 3 for 8 in the National League Championship Series and found himself in some big moments even then.
He was the one guy, when the Dodgers would struggle somewhat in the postseason. He always felt, as a Dodger fan, he was the guy you wanted up there in those big spots. He had some big hits throughout his career as a Dodger in the postseason. A lot of postseason at bats.
He was the co-MVP in the 2017 NLCS with Justin Turner. .316 with a couple of homers in that championship series. In 2021, the Dodgers lost to the Braves, but not because of Taylor. He had .476 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs, and 3 doubles. He's had some great moments in October for the Dodgers. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Taylor.
It's that patented uppercut swing. He gets that good launch angle. When he makes contact, a lot of his baseballs he hit is going to be in the air.
You know, really, once Kike Hernandez returned to the Dodgers, there's kind of a roster redundancy between him and Taylor. Both guys right-handed hitters, both play everywhere. It was hard to have 2 guys like that and get them both the kind of playing time they needed. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Taylor. This is the first game Taylor has started since May 13th, almost 2 weeks ago. Wave and a miss on the changeup. Yarbrough works a scoreless second.
The roar is back in Motown. Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King. Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
The Braves have staying power.
Just an absolute powerhouse. Big-time bombers in the lineup that could really, really hurt you. They're going to be a force again.
Your 2024 National League Cy Young Award winner.
This is what the greats do. Watch him go to work.
Swing and a miss. What a way to finish for Chris Sale.
Explosiveness with the velocity, with the nastiness of his pitches.
The man is on fire.
He is MLB Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I do every day. Play baseball and have fun.
Braves just keep on rolling.
Cloud, the tunneling, the pitches thrown by Jack Kochanowicz, four-seam sinker, changeup, slider, sweeper, so important because it's not any different arm angle, especially when he throws something soft after his high number of fastballs. That way they can chase some of those out of the strike zone.
First pitch out of the strike zone to start an at-bat tonight comes to Austin Wells, who's hit 8 home runs so far this year. It's only the 5th ball thrown by Kochanowicz out of 22 pitches. Last start he was having trouble with his command as Wells lifts one to left field. Taylor Ward's right there, and he puts that one away. But Kochanowicz had 5 walks his last time out. He's had 13 walks over his last 3 starts, but so far tonight he's been around the plate. He's retired everybody's face.
He's been under control so far. That's the key for him. With his stuff, he don't have to overthrow. When he overthrows, it's difficult for him to keep the baseball in the strike zone, and also gives the hitter a longer look at the baseball out of his hand.
Yarbrough Vivas here at the bottom of the order for the Yankees. It's Vivas and then Pedraza. Vivas batting from the left side here as he lifts one out to left center field. Early swings here from the Yankees. That's the 3rd first pitch out already out of 8 batters.
You know, they always look at numbers. You see the numbers on him against the Kochanowicz in the first pitch, putting in play 442 batting average. That's 19 for 43. 43 times the ball has been put in play on the first pitch, already 3 times tonight. A couple home runs too, so they're going to be aggressive.
Here's a number the Yankees might not like, their OPS from their 3rd baseman this year. It's the 2nd worst in Major League Baseball. Collectively, they've had a 546 OPS from that position. Only the Brewers have gotten less production from their 3rd baseman than the Yankees have. It's Oswald Peraza playing 3rd base tonight. 1-1 strike. The Yankees are sitting a couple of their veteran players. We don't see Paul Goldschmidt in there against the righty. We certainly will against the 2 lefties, Anderson and Kikuchi. Same goes for DJ LeMahieu. Another one fouled back just underneath the grips of Michael Kay. One ball and 2 strikes on Peraza. 8 in a row set down by Kochanowicz so far to start this one. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 up, 9 down. Kochanowicz mowing through the Yankees so far.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
During Beach Weekend, all the time. The first 25,000 fans Friday, June 6th will receive this City Connect Hawaiian shirt, courtesy of Jersey Mike Subs. Visit angels.com/promotions today. You know, for you, you know, just because it might be your 105th Hawaiian shirt doesn't mean it won't be your favorite.
I can't wait to wear that around town.
Kevin Newman takes ball. Why don't you wear it to New York when the Angels are there?
Oh, for sure.
Right after that.
They'll appreciate that, I think.
Yeah, they don't see enough Hawaiian shirts in New York. You would brighten the mood a little bit around.
Yes. Much as there's rain back in New York and Boston, that's another pitch called a strike well off the plate.
Well, why would Ryan Yarbrough even throw it anywhere else? Might as well just keep getting those calls from Austin Jones, the home plate umpire today.
And he tried it again. That's a smart pitcher out there.
Been around. Austin Jones made his major league debut as an umpire last year. There's a twin brother that is also an umpire, Tyler Jones. They both made their big league debuts last year. How about that?
Impressive. Now that is some great knowledge right there, Wayne. Way to go. He put his hand up and said thank you. Said way to go. More. I want more.
Gotta give the umps some love too, you know. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Some battles and long at bats against Yarbrough so far. That pitch count up a little bit. Most pitches he's thrown in a start so far this year was 81 last time out.
Newman playing second base. Renifo's been playing there the most. Renifo has good numbers against the Yankees. That looks like a strike, and it is. Third strikeout for Yarbrough. Well, the only hit so far in this game comes from Zach Neto in our Kia player profile. So we follow Neto's blast 440 feet.
Pretty impressive numbers versus the Yankees in his career. 341. And a good bat flip too.
Excellent bat flip. Early in the game, the one that sent it to the Stars. There's a line drive, and it's caught by Vivas. That ball was belted as well. 108 off the bat, second out of the inning.
Vivas was set up just 1 foot on the other side. You see right away at the base there, he's right in position to make that play.
Two up, 2 down in this inning. Angels did hit the ball very hard in the series against the Marlins, especially the 2 games they lost, Saturday and Sunday. Some good exit velo here so far today from Neto, certainly on his home run and on that line drive out. Kochanowicz at the plate here. Kochanowicz says he's now hunting for pitches early in counts. He wants to try to do some damage early in a count. He'll get more defensive as the count goes along. It's really important for him that he hasn't been swinging much out of the strike zone. It's ball 2 here. And he says controlling the strike zone really allows him to be able to spray the ball around and be able to get on base the way that he has.
I mean, he does a really good job with that. And already this season he's had 9 baseballs hit with over 103 miles per hour exit velocity compared to 4 in his career coming into the season.
He says he's worked on it a lot. He says he'll swing a heavy bat and then he'll start swinging a lighter bat. He says swinging that light bat after you swing the heavy bat gives you the muscle memory of being able to whip your bat quickly through the zone. So when you start to use your regular bat again, you still have that muscle memory from swinging the light bat after the heavy bat.
Well, that barrel rate, when you think you jump from 2.8 to 10.4 percentage-wise.
He takes strike 3 here, and that ends the inning.
Another pitch on the corner, off the corner.
We got our hands up in the air.
My, oh my. Lots of great baseball coming. And good guess, by the way.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
far for Jack Kochanowicz.
And that's key. When you're facing this Yankee team, it's generally a pretty patient team. They work counts real well. So far, because of that history of throwing a lot of strikes first pitch, you're getting a lot of swings first pitch. 3 of them already in this game for Jack Kochanowicz.
9 up, 9 down overall. Ben Rice is the batter here looking at strike 1. The pitchers are getting some calls off the corners too.
Not the lonely man there on the corner so far tonight.
2 strikeouts for Kochanowicz. 3 first pitch outs, and it's made for some quick work in the first 3 innings. As Rice fouls one off his foot, and it's 0-2. We got some food here. Juice It Up.
Yes.
Has provided us with acai bowls. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you eat it. Wow, that's really nice. You like that?
Oh, it's really good.
That's the healthiest thing you've eaten in 6 months. Oh. It's got granola. What else? Acai bowls, granola, strawberries, blueberries.
Blueberries. I love blueberries.
Yeah, we'll wash down with our Memorial Day burgers and chicken tenders.
Yeah, definitely
as well here today.
Really, really good.
It's excellent.
Yes.
Juice it up. No balls, 2 strikes on Rice. He backs away from that one, and it's 1-2. Rice has been off to a pretty good start offensively this year. The Yankees have found ways with a roster that doesn't have the names maybe of the past to still hit and win. They're up 6 games in the AL East. Only team above 500 entering today. Rice shoots one the other way and has a base hit. So that's the first one for the Yankees today. And it starts to set the table with Aaron Judge looming due up 3rd in this inning.
That's one of the few pitches been elevated, and he went with a 4-seam fastball upstairs, and Rice did a really good job of bringing his hands up and hitting that ball hard the other way. You hear that sound? It was 104 off the bat. By the way, my daughter, who's a registered dietitian, is texting me said, "I'm proud of you, Dad."
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It was a win for us all.
Yes.
Juice It Up, located section 126. You can get an acai bowl here. Here's Trent Grisham. He takes a strike. Very good.
Very good. Kochanowicz already this season with 12 ground ball double plays turned behind him. He's had 4 ground ball outs tonight. We love that ground ball in infielder to see if he get 2 with it, especially with the guy waiting on deck.
It's lined up the middle and through, and now that guy on deck, Judge, is going to have a chance with runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Aaron Judge has been nothing short of spectacular in 2025.
Well, when he gets his arms extended, there's no one better, period. The Halos have had a pretty good time against him of the last couple of seasons, getting out on secondary pitches, but it's going to be a tough one. That's back-to-back at bats. That was 107 off the bat against Kochanowicz.
He has been head and shoulders the best player in Major League Baseball this year. 1st and 2nd, nobody out for Judge in a 1-run game. And inside, Kochanowicz goes with ball 1.
I think you have to do that.
Judge leads the majors in batting average by 40 points, on base percentage by 41 points, slugging by 121, and OPS by 183. That's an MVP and then some. And it's a grounder to 3rd. Moncada smothers it, lost it, and everybody's safe. Moncada left his feet. Maybe we didn't have to. It was a hard hit ball. And Judge reaches. The Yankees have men on every base.
Spin the ball on the ground a lot.
.104 off the bat. It got curled up underneath Moncada. He lost it. Judge knows he's fortunate. The Yankees didn't have at least 1 out turned on them there, if not 2.
Sometimes you get caught in, you try to go down to that need to make the play. You just stay on your feet there potentially. Then you could step on 3rd and throw across the diamond.
And the 3 hits in this inning now for the Yankees have all been blistered. 103, 104, and 107. Judge's ball was 103. The softest hit ball of the inning. Nothing's been hit softly so far against Kochanowicz here in the 4th. 2nd time through the order. Kochanowicz had no problem the first time. 9 in a row retired in fewer than 30 pitches. Now they're loaded, and it's Bellinger who hit the ball hard his first time and lined out. A Yankee at every base. The Angels with the early lead on Zach Neto's home run.
Just got to think, minimize the damage here. That's all the thought process has to be, and exactly probably what Barry Enright went out to say to him. Minimize damage. Get that ground ball double play. You'll give up that run for 2 outs here.
And ball, no strikes on Bellinger, his first year as a Yankee player. His dad was a Yankee for some time, Clay Bellinger.
And an Angel, too.
2 balls and no strikes. Cody Bellinger had some good years at the Dodgers, then he fell off. He got rejuvenated as a Cub. He's been pretty good so far as a Yankee. 2 balls and no strikes. And Kochanowicz now falling behind. It's 3-0. Bellinger has 8 homers, 9 doubles, and he's driven in 31.
I don't think he might be swinging here 3-0.
Not near. Ball 4. 3 hits, a walk, a run. The Yankees have tied it, and there's still nobody out.
And what you're seeing is the second time through here for the Yankees after that very dominant first time through, which they've never faced them before. They can look at all the video and get all the reports, but that stuff was moving. A lot of those pitches down. Some pitches have been upstairs so far this inning.
So now Dominguez, who bounced out his first time, swings through a breaking ball at the top of the zone. So Dominguez is built like a running back. Not that tall, but he's stout and strong. Kind of like Moncada in that way.
That's a good pitch right on the outside corner. Not called a strike that time. All over the place behind the plate here for Austin Jones so far.
Dominguez is a switch hitter, and he's been better left-handed than right. Kochanowicz has really struggled against lefties for the most part. Good pitch there, and Dominguez lost a hand on the bat.
That was all set up by that good sweeper on the outside part of the plate, the pitch before, and then at 96 was on him quicker.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jason Dominguez. He grounded out his first time. Ben Rice started this rally with a base hit to left. Grisham singled to center. Judge an infield hit. Now Bellinger a bases loaded walk. And it's Dominguez with the count 1-2. And chopper foul. Angels have largely played well here at home lately against the Yankees. They've won 8 of their last 12 against New York in this ballpark. Last week when the Angels and Padres and Dodgers were all playing, Ron Washington said he's not really worried about his team against good teams. They rise to the occasion. They certainly did against the Dodgers. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jason Dominguez. A swing and a miss. Big out for Kochanowicz.
He stayed within himself, didn't overthrow that sinker. That was a perfect pitch. Real good sequence overall there for Kochanowicz. Just looked like a strike. Faded off the outside corner with some serious sink to it. Didn't overthrow it. Perfect spot. Got a lot of speed at the plate. You can still get a ground ball double play.
Volpe's only hitting the 1 double play so far this year. He grounded out to Neto his first time. Corner infielders stay close as Volpe looks at strike 1.
Yeah, if he swings at that, there's a good chance that's a ground ball at an infielder. So that was running in on his hands.
First heat for Kochanowicz here tonight. He walked Bellinger with the bases loaded. They're still loaded, but now there's an out. Volpe jammed, fouled it off. Kochanowicz went right back in on him.
Like that. It's a gutsy pitch because the bases are loaded.
Austin Wells is on deck. Kochanowicz trying to work through some trouble here. Ahead of Volpe 0-2. Fly ball right center, hit well. Taylor's back, still going out near the wall. It's over his head. It one-ups the wall. They will unload the bases. Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger all come home. Bellinger scores the 3rd run, and Anthony Volpe's double gives the Yankees the lead.
Tried to sneak a fastball upstairs on him. See right there, the target was supposed to be upstairs, but it drifted in the middle of the plate. And he shortened up and he drove it. Provided a lot of that power. It's under 105 off the bat. Had him set up for a sweeper, slider. or get that fastball above the strike zone.
4 hard hit balls in this inning against Kochanowicz. Volpe tags the 3-run double, and the Yankees get the big inning. Now Austin Wells with 1 out, Volpe at second base. Kochanowicz only needed about 27 pitches to get through the first 3 innings. He's possibly going to double that or then some here in the 4th. Wells fouls it off his foot.
When you go back to that pitch against Dominguez, that sinker running down off the plate. Then he tried that 4-seam fastball upstairs. It stays true, stays straight towards the middle part of the plate, and a much better swing by Volpe on that. When you could go that sinker again or one of your breaking pitches, you got to keep that ball down because you're looking for a double play ball. It's tough to get him to swing it above the zone like that. You're shortening up with 2 strikes.
2 balls and a strike now on Wells. It's one thing with Volpe, he will strike out. Kochanowicz couldn't put him away. You see 29 pitches total, or 28 rather, in the first 3 innings. This is his 24th already of this inning. And he's behind Wells, 3-1. This stays in play. Moncada is over. Might have room. He does. 2 outs. Now Yarbrough Vivas will be the batter. Second baseman flied out. Kochanowicz retired the first 9 in a row. Then this inning went awry quickly. 3 straight hits, Judge an infield single. Moncada kind of boxed it around at third base. Couldn't get an out anywhere. And Bellinger walked. Kochanowicz did get the strikeout of Dominguez, but Anthony Volpe, with 2 strikes, attacked the pitch up and drove it over Chris Taylor.
Yeah, you got to be willing to get a chase out of the strike zone 0-2 there.
Vivas gets hit by a pitch, and now the Yankees will bat around in this inning. Number 9 batter Peraza will have a chance with 2 down.
Over through that sweeper right on the shin.
Ball 1 to Oswald Peraza. Peraza struck out his first time.
You always have that advantage as a pitcher the first time through a lineup when they had never faced you before. And Kochanowicz was dominant that first time through, but the Yankees much better swings. See what Kochanowicz can do from this point forward. Is he going to be about ready to go that 3rd time through against this Yankee lineup after Peraza is played here? Hopefully that's next inning.
They've been the best scoring team in the American League. They've lit up the scoreboard in this 4th inning as Peraza lays off. 2 balls, 1 strike. 30 pitches now in the inning, so he has doubled his pitch count in this inning alone. Balls, 2 strikes on Peraza. Peraza was a shortstop by trade. He was beat out at that position by Anthony Volpe a couple of years ago, and Volpe burst onto the scene as a rookie in 2023. Peraza getting some time as a utility infielder, playing 3rd base tonight with both Chisholm and Oswaldo Cabrera out. And Peraza strikes out for the 2nd time. But a big inning, the Yankees score 4.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
We honor Memorial Day here at Angel Stadium tonight as the Angels host the Yankees in the first of a 3-game series. Yoan Moncada leads off. Takes ball 1 from Ryan Yarbrough, who's only allowed 1 hit. The leadoff homer to Zach Neto. Well, both shortstops have had big moments so far tonight. Neto with his leadoff home run. Anthony Volpe, the go-ahead 3-run double for the Yankees in the top of the 4th. High strike call to Moncada. Moncada grounded out his first time. Switch hitter. He has power from both sides. Swinging from the right side here against the lefty Yarbrough. His time is called.
That's especially when you're getting close to that pitch time violation.
Moncada will wait for the 1-1 pitch, and we'll take a ride with Hyundai.
Charge up to 178 miles in just 15 minutes. How it should be.
Moncada, 29 years old. Tomorrow's his 30th birthday. In the big leagues for a while, though. This one tore the air in left center field, hit fairly well. Christian going back for it, still going, and he runs it down to the warning track. It just didn't quite square it up, or else that would have traveled out. Moncada flies out, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, just not quite on that barrel, and it's still drifted pretty good. Carried well.
Christian was a really good outfielder, and he was able to track it for the easy out. 1 away as Taylor Ward bats. Ward struck out his first time.
Said it often, the Angels have responded back when they were in that 8-game winning streak. They've always responded back from their opponent scoring some runs.
It didn't even matter. Ward with his 15 home runs, he's 3rd in the American League. Well, Hoppy's right behind him at 4th. And Judge #1 with 18 home runs. I mean, deficits didn't even matter during that winning streak. They were bouncing back almost immediately. The Angels offense was cold though Saturday and Sunday against Miami. Marlins won a road series for the first time this season, and they lead San Diego tonight as well, 3-2 at Petco Park. That game is in the 8th inning.
Well, they battle pretty well. They put the ball in play. They make the plays defensively. Pitch well. Breuer was really good. I was talking to some guys on Halos and even the coaching staff. They felt that was the best performance by a starter against the Halos all year.
His curveball was excellent yesterday. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. He goes down on a high fastball. So Yarbrough has found a groove. That's his 5th strikeout. Again, the Yankees don't have Garrett Cole. He's out for the entire year. They don't have Luis Gil, who was really good for them last season. Marcus Stroman is out. Jake Cousins is out. They're down some pitching, but you know, of late Their pitching has been excellent. A 2.88 ERA since April 12th.
He's asking the GM, said they're looking at a starting pitcher or even a right-handed bat.
You know they'll try to boost the roster as the trade deadline looms. It's a fly out off the bat of Soler and another quick inning for Yarbrough.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is 4 for 4.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS. There's no effort. Boom.
And you can kiss that goodbye. That's a game winner.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's hammered. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Crow Armstrong, what a stud.
Showed it Imanaga. It's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki with a grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
Inning for Jack Kochanowicz after breezing through the first 3.
Got to battle right back. This is how you start to grow as a young pitcher. About tough inning. Go up there, put up some zeros, get the offense going. Get deep in this game. He's got that capability to do that. He's strong. Got great movement on his pitches. He's got to keep that ball down and utilize that changeup and sweeper.
Fifth inning will have the top of the order again. It was the Yankees batting around in the top of the 4th. They sent 9 men to the plate. Ben Rice started it off with a base hit. He fouls one off his foot as he takes a tumble.
Start him off with a changeup. Got him out in front.
The ball's a 1 strike on Rice out of Dartmouth University, or Dartmouth College, I should say. My mistake.
Think about it as you watch that at home. You see those foul baseballs off the foot. Shin. Just think about dropping a weight on your foot. That's what it feels like for him.
Aaron Boone reacting quickly in the dugout. But Dartmouth is well represented here between Ben Rice and Kyle Hendricks.
Kyle did a great job yesterday. Quality start, goes 6 innings, 3 runs allowed. He's looking for his 100th career win.
Get it at some point soon. Brad Ausmus is here too, the former Angels manager who attended Dartmouth, so a lot of Dartmouth here today.
Yes.
Ben Rice learning that an SAT score cannot take away the pain off your foot.
Oh.
There's Brad Ausmus, who is now the Yankees bench coach.
He's a really solid catcher for a lot of years in the big leagues.
Former major league managers on the Yankee staff with Luis Rojas as well. There's Kyle. No balls and a strike on Ben Rice.
Back-to-back changeups. Good changeup there.
0-2. Changeup has not been a big part of his repertoire yet tonight. Here's a fly ball to right center field. There's a third changeup. And there's a fly ball to Adele in the gap in right center. 1 out.
It still had him out in front. He threw 2 through the first 4 innings and 3 in a row there.
So 1 out. Another left-handed batter coming up at Grisham. Grisham struck out looking his first time, but he had a base hit. Struck well up the middle his last time up. Yankees have been pleasantly surprised with the offense of Grisham. 261, even some of those years when he had decent numbers for the Padres. Never hit for a high average in those seasons. He's been able to hit both for power and average at times this year. Gold Glove winner in San Diego. He's a great outfielder.
Yeah, he covers a ton of ground.
A couple of Gold Gloves as a Padre. 1 ball, no strikes on Grisham here. And a high bouncer to second base. Newman will rush his throw and get Grisham. 2 up, 2 down to bring up Judge. Aaron Judge putting together a sterling career. As high as career OPS plus is concerned. He's 5th all-time at 177 with some true all-time legends on that list. Babe Ruth at the top, Ted Williams, Barry Bonds, and Lou Gehrig.
That's amazing names he's right with. Incredible names.
Judge has only gotten better with age. 33 years old now. He is on a highway to his 3rd MVP award. It certainly boosts his Cooperstown resume, although at this point seems like Judge is well on his way. You wonder if Shohei had stayed in the American League. You know, Judge would still just have the 1 MVP. He wouldn't have beaten Shohei last year.
Oh.
Shohei had a 50-50 year, and as great as Judge was, he didn't do that. 2 balls and a strike on Judge here. But as of right now, this year, Judge has been the MVP of the MVPs.
Yes. And his batting average knocking at 400.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good sequence, back-to-back good pitches for Kochanowicz against the sinker. After that sweeper away. He's thrown a changeup, sinker, and a sweeper.
Aaron Judge out of Fresno State. Took him a while to get going. You know, him and Trout are not that much apart in age, but it took Judge a lot longer to get to the big leagues and to get there successfully. You know, 2017 he set the rookie record. By then Trout was several years into the league already.
When you watch Aaron Judge, even in the batting cages, he's walking around his teammates. It's amazing how tall and gigantic he is compared to everybody else.
6'7", 280.
Yes.
He's a defensive end. Size of J.J. Watt. Kochanowicz ends up walking him on a 3-2 breaking ball, and Aaron Judge is aboard for the 2nd time today.
Especially with 2 outs, if you walk him, so be it, because he can put another run up there so quickly. Not going to run a lot. Can't really run a whole lot against Jack Kochanowicz anyhow. He's quick to the plate.
Judge at first and 2 outs. Here's Bellinger. He smokes one through the middle of base hit. Judge will take 3rd base. And the Yankees trying to rally again with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Men on the corners, and Jason Dominguez coming up.
That's another first pitch swing against Kochanowicz. Mentioned those numbers, 442 coming into the game with the first pitch put in play. That was a really good pitch. And that was only about 78 miles per hour off the bat. He just placed it perfectly. That's a good pitch. Sometimes you can't control when the baseball is going to be hit. When it's under 80 miles per hour exit velocity, you made a good pitch. Judge still very good base running, cruises over to 3rd base on that.
Dominguez up with 2 out and 2 on. He struck out his last time. It's a grounder here. Moving over, Newman grabs it, spins around, and throws out Dominguez.
The alpha dog among big league closers right here. Top of the food chain, Manuel Clase.
Jose Ramirez, one of the most unsung great players in the game of baseball.
Goodbye. That's why he needs his gamer.
Cutter at 100 miles per hour coming at you.
Home run, Jose Ramirez.
Best power, speed, and run production is Jose Ramirez, and Jose Ramirez. He's a complete player.
Bogey, swing and a miss. Bucket.
You get into the 9th inning, done deal.
Let's talk Orioles, a powerhouse and getting better.
They have a lot of young players, and you know they're going to take another step.
High, deep, way out of here. That ball was barbecue.
Leave it
up the kid to do something special.
These guys are superstar players.
Talk about smacking the opponent in the mouth from pitch one.
That's the day in, day out, and finding a way to win.
They've done an incredible job of bringing up this homegrown talent.
Take a bow, young man. The good vibes are back in Baltimore. Head to the Big Ace Sunday, June 8th against the Mariners at 1 o'clock. The first 15,000 kids aged 3 to 17 will take home a Logan O'Hoppe youth jersey courtesy of angels.ocnavigator.org. Visit angels.com/promotions for more details. So Hoppe leading off the 5th against Ryan Yarbrough has been good again. And there's that big frisbee sweeper softly tossed in there by Yarbrough.
Really stay back on those slow pitches between his changeup and sweeper. Going to be in the 70s or upper 70s.
This is his 4th start. His ERA 2.57 over his first 3. He just touches the outside corner with that 83-mile-an-hour cutter. So Yarbrough, who's had a lot of experience, both as a reliever, a starter, a bulk inning guy when he was in Tampa Bay. He's performed nicely tonight so far. He missed the inside corner there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Hoppe, who grounded out his first time.
So you think that fastball inside corner now is going to probably try to backdoor something.
Jo Adell follows, then Chris Taylor. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just joining the broadcast here. You might have think I lost it for a second when I said Chris Taylor. He's an Angel.
Yes, yes he is.
Well, I might have lost it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say there's still that strong possibility.
Right. I mean, both things could be true, I guess. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's Taylor, due up 3rd here in this 5th inning. Full count now on Logan O'Hoppe. Angels have only had 2 men reach base. Neto with a leadoff homer in the 1st, and Adell drawing a 2-out walk in the 2nd. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. And a strikeout on a changeup. 6 strikeouts for Yarbrough. Flash you back to May 26, 2018. On this date, Mike Trout, a big night at Yankee Stadium.
11 total bases at Yankee Stadium. 4 RBIs for Trout. Flying down the line, infield hit.
Jo Adell, it's a little dribbler, passed him out. Might be a tough play for Vivas. The glove, the flip, and it's off the glove of Rice as Adell reaches safely.
I think it surprised him because he thought he was going to flip it with the glove, and he threw overhand with a lot on it.
An infield hit for Jo Adell.
He got completely surprised him. He thought he was getting that flip from the glove. That one pretty firm from that short a distance.
Adell going over 29 feet per second down the line, showing his good speed.
It's good to see that because he's been battling with that hip to get that speed back as far as his game.
Now base runner for Taylor as he takes ball 1. Taylor joined the Angels today, and they stuck him right in center field in the starting lineup. Kyron Paris was sent to AAA. Paris was unbelievably good for the first few weeks, and just couldn't make much contact after that. And sometimes for Taylor, contact is an issue as well.
He also has that power to make it a 1-run game.
1 ball, 1 strike here on Taylor, who struck out in his first plate appearance tonight as an Angel. takes ball 2. Here's Erica.
Yeah, with Kyron Paris around Washington said he just needs to play. He's young. He needs to get at bats, and he needs to learn how to make the adjustments. But he was so impressed with the way he handled himself when things weren't going the way he wanted it to. He was a great teammate, but at 23 years old, he needs to be getting at bats every single day. But he called him one of our people. And he said once you go down and you get going again, there's a good chance we're going to see him back here with the Halos. But he can't just be playing once or twice a week. They want him out there exclusively in center field every day.
Interesting, too, that they want him to play center field, kind of giving way second base. And second base might be covered if Christian Moore makes his way. He's a AAA, too.
Yeah, he's been really crushing the baseball, too.
I've heard good things about his defense improving as Taylor fouls one off.
That cutter got the inside corner, and he followed right back with a fastball inside on Taylor.
Taylor from Virginia Beach. He was drafted by the Mariners, produced much with Seattle. He dealt to the Dodgers, and it wasn't long after that that he started to figure it out at the major league level, 2017. Golfs this one out toward Grisham in center field. 2 outs here in the 5th. Kevin Newman will bat after we find out what's on the menu at Jack in the Box.
My Nashville hot popcorn chicken. So much deliciousness starting at $6.99.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Not a lot of pitches on the middle part of the plate. Yarbrough, he's on the corners, on the shadow, on the edges, changing speeds. He's been very, very effective as a starter for the Yankees.
Popped up by Newman. Might be in a tough spot, though. Volpe's going out, and it falls foul.
Reporters pointing in there to see if they might want to check if that was a foul ball or not.
It depends where it was touched.
Yeah,
oh,
like
it was never touched.
Never touched.
Yeah,
it was a foul ball.
So they both missed it, and it landed foul. So good call by the third base umpire Roberto Ortiz. Volpe and Peraza both going for it. Neither got to it. It was too far for Dominguez, who was over in left center field. Angels almost had that one drop in the perfect spot. Would have scored a run had it stayed fair. So that with Taylor Ward on the ball yesterday, just foul, and would have scored 2 runs. Oh, and 2 on Newman, and he golfs at that one for a strikeout.
I think this is the Phillies' division to win.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series ring.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Great ones do great things when it matters.
Trey Turner just tools out of his mind.
Trey Turner, mammoth home run.
Zach Wheeler. But this guy has been nothing but sensational since he was signed.
This fan base loves us as a team. I love the city, man. A lot of fun to be able to go in the bank every single day.
They are a complete team. Time to win for the Phillies.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Kochanowicz, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye! Sticks alive!
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
replay, and we're flashing back to August 7th of last year. Zach Neto making this unbelievable catch on a pop-up back at Yankee Stadium, a rainy Yankee Stadium. Neto says that play, that defensive play, that's at the top of his list. In fact, that entire series he called the highlight of his career, but he said he still doesn't even know how he caught it. Wishes he was able to turn the double play. The second favorite one, though, was a play he made in Baltimore. But that one, guys, that's going to be hard to top.
Yeah, when he was saying that he didn't have any idea how he caught it, we're thinking the same thing. We had no idea how he caught that ball. That was an incredible catch.
Seems like Zach Neto and Anthony Volpe are always linked together. They came up around the same time. You know, Volpe had the New York media behind him, and he got off to a really great start to his career, and he won a Gold Glove. But Neto has since surpassed Volpe as an all-around player. And as Volpe continues to be a very good player in his own right, Zach Neto has elevated himself into being really one of the best shortstops across Major League Baseball.
You know, when you look at defensive run saved for Neto last year or this year, I mean, he made that game-saving play, the bases loaded the other day against the Marlins. I felt it was the key.
Volpe's a good offensive player, but he has not taken himself to that next level in the way that Neto did last year and has. This year he's been above even where he was last season.
Yeah, his bat has been so quick this year. Neto will catch a lot of those pitches out in front of the plate and doing damage.
He crushed one earlier. So did Volpe, a 3-run double. That's the big hit in this game. And a swing and a miss here makes it 3-2. Anthony Volpe has a Gold Glove. Neto doesn't have one yet, but you figure he probably will at some point.
Some serious talent at the shortstop position in the American League.
Jeremy Pena, also the other rookie to win a Gold Glove at shortstop in Major League history for the Houston Astros. Bobby Witt, of course. Gunnar Henderson, of course. Bouncer softly hit. Moncada picks it on the short hop, throws it across and gets Volpe. That's a good play.
And what a great play that was. That's a tough hop and quick on the transfer, a lot on the throw because Volpe runs really well. Charged it. Gets that short hop quick out of the transfer. Perfect throw. What a great play by Moncada.
So 1 out. It brings up the bearded Austin Wells. The Yankees made a change to their facial hair policy in the offseason. As Wells pops this one up, Moncada goes to chase it and it's out of play. They're allowing trimmed up beards now, something they never did before. It was just the mustache or a clean face. Now the beard is here for the Yankees, and you know what, as someone who has a beard, I hate it. Have some standards. You know, why do they have to change? That was their standard. Why did they didn't have to make these? Well, Rodon's got the beard. They didn't need to do it. They're the Yankees. They have 41 American League pennants. The legacy speaks for itself. They could have had that facial hair policy forever, and you don't think they should have. They fumbled it, in my opinion.
So how do you really feel about that way?
1 ball, 1 strike on Austin Wells.
Good take, good take.
Austin Wells has a mustache on his headshot, but he's got the beard now. It's been allowed by the Steinbrenner family. Newman throws out Wells. 2 up, 2 down. Add to your jersey collection with a City Connect tank top. The first 25,000 fans in attendance, the Big A Friday, June 28th. We'll take home a City Connect tank top jersey, courtesy of Discount Tire. Visit angels.com/promotions today.
Man, I think you're gonna have to model that one that day. give it a shot, Wade. Come on. Yes.
That'll be a good one. Vivas bounces one foul. Well, you don't grow a beard, so
no,
it would have been fine. If,
oh yeah, I would have been all right there.
You would have disappointed George Brett though if you would have ended up as a Yankee.
Oh yeah, he might have punched me right in the jaw. He had so many fond memories of all those battles between the Yankees and the Royals. In the Pine Tar game and a little fight in the playoff game against Craig Nettles. All the good times.
Many wars the Yankees end up in over the years with different franchises. The Angels and the Yankees had some playoff series in those Angel runs in the 2000s. There's a ground ball from Vivas. Kochanowicz goes 6 tonight, had that one blow up in the 4th. The Angels are down by 3.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party. Manny Machado walks it off!
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric!
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to Slam Diego! It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit them. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Tends to fly out of the ballpark with these two teams. Our T-Mobile coverage cam. The Angels responsible for some of the longest home runs this year. Mike Trout on April 19th against the Giants on the bounce. And Logan O'Hoppe, May 21st, 470 feet in Sacramento.
Yeah, you added in that 431. He had 901. And Aaron Judge back in March, 468. So strong. 18 home runs on the season. Aaron Judge.
We could see Mike Trout in this series. Maybe we will by the time these two teams play at Yankee Stadium in a few weeks. Trout continues to rehab off of his bone bruise in his left knee. Zach Neto bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trout getting closer, but not ready yet. As Neto flips one to shallow right, and it's run down by Bellinger. 1 out. Zach Neto hit a bomb in the 1st inning, 440 feet. Our Arco top-tier play.
Man, he generated all that power on a changeup too to dead center field. Impressive swing. 9 home runs go along with 10 doubles, 8 stolen bases. Remember, it's a significant time to start the season.
Just a few weeks recovering from that shoulder surgery that didn't really allow him much of an offseason in terms of things to work on and kind of workouts, or strength training, or whatever you think you need to work on in the offseason. You get a chance to do any of it. But yet he has come out. He's been maybe one of the most improved offensive players in baseball for a guy who already had 20 homers and 30 doubles and 30 steals last year. There wasn't many more places up that Neto could go, and yet he has reached different heights this year. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kochanowicz, who's 0 for 2 today. Ryan Yarbrough has only allowed 2 hits, 1 an infield hit.
He's been tremendous on the edges and shadows throughout this entire game.
This is the longest outing for Yarbrough this year. Went 5 innings each of his last 2 starts. He's at 5 1/3 now.
He's 4 and 3 in his career versus the Halos. He's allowed 6 home runs, now 7 home runs against them.
It's 2 and 2 on Kochanowicz.
His drop down angle there to his cutter.
It's really the 3rd straight game now, which the Angels offense has not been able to muster up much after only 3 weeks worth of just a crash of offense. You could point to pitching performances or whatever, but the Angels need to figure things out again. At the plate as Kochanowicz hits a fly ball to shallow left. Should be an easy play here, although Peraza made it a little more interesting, running out toward Dominguez, but the catch was made. 2 outs.
Pretty good idea here. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. All the edges, 16 of them. He's got the cutter, sinker, sweeper, changeup, 4-seam. Exploited that middle of the plate. Been very effective all day long, staying away from that middle. When you don't have overpowering stuff, you got to be able to go on those edges and shadows, and he's been very effective doing it.
Angels only had 2 runs on Saturday. They were shut down in large part by Jansen Junk, who pitched the last 5 innings of that game. And yesterday it was Edward Cabrera for 5 2/3, striking out 10. Today Yarbrough 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts and only 2 hits allowed. Kana's 0 for 2 today as he swings and misses there. Yankees bullpen is up. Yerry De Los Santos is throwing. Looks like Brock Burke's still up in the Angels bullpen. Kochanowicz had 1 rough inning today. Otherwise he was fine. Bounce to third, picked with the backhand. Peraza the 1-hop throw, and it's close, but Moncada's called out. See if the Angels want to take a look at that before they call it an inning.
Yeah, I thought he got him there first.
1, 2, 3 then as we take a look, and he's out. Well, into the 7th, the Angels are still down 4-1.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Trevor here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
The Halos are unstoppable right now. Ticket to enjoy the magic of Harry Potter here at Angel Stadium. It'll be Tuesday, July 29th. Whether you belong to Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin, you can enjoy a Hogwarts House t-shirt and a seat to the game with your purchase of a Harry Potter theme ticket package. Visit angels.com/Harry Potter to get yours today. We should all take Harry Potter Hogwarts House tests so we can get placed into one of the houses, see where we belong.
I know you're super excited about that night.
Oh, definitely. Why wouldn't I? Oswald Peraza's at the plate here in the 7th. This might be the last batter for Kochanowicz.
Man, you can see that sink when he doesn't overthrow it. It is so good, so effective.
Longest outing for Jack was 6 2/3 at Dodger Stadium. This would be his 2nd longest outing if he can get Peraza out. Struck him out twice so far. Kochanowicz has fanned 4 overall. Peraza twice. 2 lefties at the top of the order next. And there's a 3rd strikeout from Kochanowicz to Peraza today.
Good sweeper there too.
Out number 1 here in the 7th. Ben Rice, the lefty, is due up. You have a lefty up in the bullpen. Now if you bring Burke in, you also figure that Paul Goldschmidt will enter, at least in Rice's spot. So it seems that Wash will let Kochanowicz face Rice now that he's retired the first batter and keep the 37-year-old Goldschmidt on the bench.
Oh, wait, Wayne, that spin rate on that slider that sweeper from Kochanowicz was 2867 RPMs. That is well above average. If he gets a feel for that pitch along with his changeup, that's going to make all his pitches that much better. Into the 7th inning, had that tough 4th inning.
The bouncing ball to second base as Newman has that. 2 outs. Kochanowicz matches his longest outing of the year. Now in the 4th inning, the Yankees were 4 for 7 at the plate. Otherwise, the Yankees have gone 1 for 18 against Kochanowicz today. And the inning stands out even more because the Angels have not scored. 1 run on 2 hits in just 6 innings against Ryan Yarbrough. I'll figure now that it's going to be lefty-lefty with Grisham that around Washington wants to make the change. But if he doesn't get Grisham, he's going to have to face Judge lefty-righty. So you have to weigh that too if you're the manager here. You can't just take a guy out after 1 batter.
He might be staying in this game. We'll see how he feels. I mean, he's been pretty efficient.
You don't have anybody up for Judge if you do keep Kochanowicz in to face Grisham, but he'll take the ball and hope that Brock Burke can get Grisham out. 6 2/3 innings. Kochanowicz matches his longest outing of the year.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out. My goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck. 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Postgame.
Everyone wants to watch this guy.
Must-see TV for me.
6'7", top 5 exit velo, #1 arm in the sport.
There's a cruise missile. More fireworks.
He can go out there to center field, relax, and I think this is a 30-30 guy this season.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte. He's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye. Stinks alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Brought to you by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By Jack in the Box, there's so much free food on the new Jack app, your wallet's going to miss you. And by the OC Healthcare Agency, navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Zach Neto's leadoff home run was a good start for the Angels tonight. And they have not had a run since then. Jack Kochanowicz allowed a 4-run 4th inning. Otherwise, the Yankees didn't do much against Kochanowicz in 6 2/3 innings today.
And there was a lot of with a number of his pitches. Really, the one pitch I think he would like to have back is trying that 4-seam fastball upstairs against Anthony Volpe. Other than that, there was some really quality pitches from his changeup he started throwing. His sweeper was really sharp. Sinker was good. He didn't overthrow that sinker at all today. And the Yankees are going to hit some baseballs hard. They're going to. But for the most part, he threw the ball very, very well.
This is an interesting gamble here for Ron Washington, because he's bringing Brock Burke in, hoping that he gets Trent Grisham out, because if he doesn't, then you're in a lefty-righty scenario with Aaron Judge. That's a dangerous place to be in a game that is still within reach. 2 balls and no strikes on Grisham. And Burke finds the strike zone right in the middle of the plate there, 2-1. I mean, Judge, it doesn't matter that much, righty versus lefty, but you don't want to give him any sort of edge at all.
He really crushes lefties. So. Well, he crushes everybody. You're right.
Exactly,
he does crush lefties.
And that ball is crushed by Grisham out to right, but Adele backs up to make the catch. And Brock Burke does get the job done on behalf of Ron Washington. So it turns out to be a 1-2-3 inning. And on this Memorial Day, we will hear God Bless America during the 7th inning stretch.
We ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your caps. And now please join former NYPD officer and 9/11 survivor Daniel Rodriguez in singing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand
through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep, but that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of like 4 or 5 straight world championships.
This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
He's in a world of his own. Strike 3 swinging. It's a dozen strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. Walk-off win. We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my. This guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment. This is the show that never ends.
Sports Network brought to you by UCI Health. Compassionate expert care for everyone in the region. Learn more at ucihealth.org. By Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga. Conveniently located right off the I-15 in Temecula. Ryan Yarbrough was outstanding tonight. His longest outing of the year. 6 innings, struck out 7. Allowed 1 run on just 2 hits. And now Yerry De Los Santos is in the ballgame for New York.
His fastball pretty firm. You see that he's 93, 96. Slider and changeup. Real good changeup.
Yankee bullpen has been decent this year. 3.29 ERA. Only allowed 14 home runs. That's the 3rd fewest in the majors. It's tied for the fewest in the American League. And Taylor Ward gets jammed as he pops it up softly. Putting the ball in play for the first time tonight, but he pops out to Vivas. And 1 quick out here. Bottom of the 7th brings up Soler, who's over 2. 2 hits for the Angels, a homer by Neto, and then the infield hit by Adele in the 5th inning. Adele's been on base twice. That's been it. Those are the only base runners too.
Tough 5 straight at bats for Taylor Ward after that incredible stretch he was on.
10 straight games with an extra base hit, set a new Angels record. And then, for Taylor Ward, he gets so streaky. And the Angels have been pretty reliant on his bat over these last few weeks. The ball's in a strike on Soler. Santos had been with the Pirates. Couldn't really throw strikes there. The Yankees been around the plate more, and he gets Soler to swing through an 0-2 changeup. He didn't realize the ball got away, and he still has no idea, I don't think, that he had a chance to run to first base there.
Talking about axial changeup.
2 outs. Logan O'Hoppe will be the batter as De Los Santos has tired the first two men with ease and now deals in a strike to O'Hoppe. Yankees brought Devin Williams in to be their closer. He's had a really tough time this year, although he's been better lately.
He had the great changeup himself.
Gave up that home run to Pete Alonso in the wild card series last year on a changeup, and seemed like it messed with Williams a little bit after he signed with the Yankees. But he has been better of late. We'll see if he's the guy in the bottom of the ninth should the Yankees still have the lead. They're up by 3 right now, and this inning was a quick one. Aaron Judge will begin the 8th inning for New York.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my! This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
No way! What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out. My goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck. 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Postgame.
Everyone wants to watch this guy.
Must-see TV for me.
6'7", top 5 exit velo, #1 arm in the sport.
There's a Cruz missile. More fireworks.
He can go out there to center field, relax, and I think this is a 30-30 guy this season.
Halos in 2025 from the comfort of a suite right here at the Big A. Entertain guests with all-inclusive packages. For more info, call 714-4-ANGELS or visit angels.com/suites. As Aaron Judge will be the batter here to lead off the 8th inning against Connor Brogdon, who has looked pretty good his last few times out.
Yeah, he's been running his fastball 95, 97. Really solid changeup and breaking ball.
Judge has singled, walked, and scored tonight. And the crowd getting all worked up for Judge's plate appearance here as he takes ball 1. Tonight, the 41st time already this year in 53 games that Judge has reached base twice in a game. Swing and a miss here. Only one Yankee before had ever done that. George Herman Ruth.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He did it 4 times. Reaching base at least 41 times, or at least twice in 41 out of the first 53 games in a year. 2 balls and 1 strike. Judge hitting .398, 18 homers, and a 1246 OPS.
You know, a pitcher's out there facing him. You're bringing your best stuff. I mean, you're just laser focused against Aaron Judge. Yet putting up these numbers is unreal.
Fouls this one off, and it's 3-2. He's leading the American League in all those categories. He's second in RBIs. Rafael Devers has 1 more. Devers has 48 to lead the American League. Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs leads all of baseball. Suzuki has 49 RBIs. Cubs beat Colorado today. The Rockies are 9 and 45. Ball 4 to Judge. He's on base again. His second walk. 3rd time he has reached.
Up and in on that fastball. We're going to try to stay in at the hands of Judge so he doesn't get the arm extended.
Teams were off today, but there was mostly a lot of daytime action throughout the majors. As Bellinger looks at a strike. The Rays stayed hot. They beat Minnesota 7-2.
Fire.
They won 6 straight. They're above 500 now. No balls and a strike on Bellinger, who has a bases loaded walk today. And he swings and misses here down to a knee.
And he doesn't ever get cheated swinging the bat.
2 on Bellinger. Padres and Marlins are in the 11th inning. They are tied at 3. Manny Machado hit game-tying homer in the 8th. Dodgers won earlier. They beat Cleveland 7-2. Yamamoto was good again. Shohei hit a leadoff homer in that game. Mets had a walk-off win against the White Sox 2-1. Detroit won again. They beat the Giants 3-1. Tigers are 15 games above 500. Only team in the American League with a better record than the Yankees. Bellinger loops one. It's past Newman into right field. Judge will stay at second. And the Yankees have 2 on with nobody out here in the 8th, looking to bust this game open.
Not a bad pitch here too, just towards the end of the bat. That's the second time he's able to use to make contact, even though the front hip opened up, kept his bat back. Real solid swing. He's been swinging the bat really well of late.
First and second for Dominguez. He takes ball 1. This is a player they've called the Martian because of his otherworldly talents. He was hyped up in an enormous way throughout his time in the minor leagues. Only 22 years old. It's a chopper toward Newman, who grabs it, or tried to grab it, and he couldn't. Kevin Newman has not provided much offensively. He's got to make the plays defensively when he is asked to get in there, and he's unable to make this one.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying just to be able to get, maybe apply a tag or quickly flip over to second to see if he get the force out to keep a double play in order. They're not going to be able to get a double play with that slow hit ball.
That loads the bases. It brings Barry Enright to the mound. Volpe had the big hit with the bases loaded in the 4th inning, doubling home 3 runs. He has the bases loaded again here. So bat in the 8th, 4-1 New York. We will hear from Kia.
Good arm action on that changeup. And right back with it again. See if we get him out in front. Get a slow roller in infield. They get a play at the plate. Back to first.
Ball 1 strike on Volpe. This is the outside corner. Brogdon 96 on the radar gun. Got a good arm. Mentioned him with the Phillies a few years ago and their route to the World Series. He was used quite often as a sturdy reliever for them. Volpe fouls that changeup back, and it's 2-2.
He's having a tough time staying back on that change. It's been pretty good.
Angels down 3, trying to keep it close. Only a couple of innings left to bat here. In front of a sold-out Angel Stadium, 43,626 in attendance here at Angel Stadium tonight. And Volpe strikes out.
Just a great changeup. He threw quite a few changeups in that sequence. Volpe could not stay back. Great arm action on it.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Wells. It's a fly ball to left center. That'll be deep enough to score Judge. As Ward makes the catch, 2 outs. Runner tagging from second to third as well. Bellinger advances. Judge scores. RBI for Wells makes it 5-1 as Dominguez stays at first.
Good decision for Taylor Ward to throw that at second. You still keep that force out in. You're not going to be able to throw out Bellinger with that speed going to third. It's a big add-on run, though, for the Yanks.
The leadoff walk of Judge comes around as he scores his second run today. Angels have largely stayed away from Judge. He had a hard hit ground ball for a base hit in the 4th inning. Grounded out to first, and he's walked twice. Vivas looks at a strike. Judge has a couple of walks today, but he's nowhere near the major league lead in base on balls for the year. You think he would be?
Yeah, you would think that would happen a lot, even as hot as Bellinger has been lately for that protection around him. The Judge is too good of a hitter to go after sometimes.
Devers, Marcell Ozuna, Schwarber, and Juan Soto have all walked more than Judge so far this year as Dominguez took off. He'll have to return to first after a foul ball.
Dominguez has 6 stolen bases, not been called once this year.
He's 12 for 12 in his major league career. You see, got a little alien on his glove there, looks like. He's the Martian. He's leaned into it. Two balls, or rather 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now it's 2-2 with Dominguez at first and Bellinger at third base. It's the first designed base running oven mitt I've seen. Yeah. Normally just a standard team color on the oven mitt, the base running mitt there at first, but he's got a whole design on his.
I mean, you've arrived then at that point?
I guess so, more than anyone else.
Yes.
Via Mars, Jason Dominguez is here. And we'll see. He's had some good moments so far in his early major league career. The fly ball from Vivas to center field. Chris Taylor will wait for it to come down. The Yankees tack on 1 in the 8th.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Crowder here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto, magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
The Halos are unstoppable right now. It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The game today be all right, still within reach here. They're only allowing that 1 run on that sac fly. Down by 4, Joe Adell trying to get this offense going. It's been struggling their last 3 games after such a dominant performance for such a long period of time. See if we get it going here with one good swing by Joe Adell.
Angels were shut out on 3 hits yesterday. They've only had 2 hits today with 1 run, a homer from Neto to start the game. Yerry De Los Santos was extremely good in the 7th inning. He struck out 2, only needed 8 pitches to work a quick 1-2-3 inning. And he's back out for the 8th inning with Adell leading off here. Then Taylor and Newman. Might see a pinch hitter for Newman. Maybe we'll see Renifo, who's had some good numbers against the Yankees.
That's a good swing from Adell on that one. That was a fastball. It's still been a tough pitch for him to make consistent contact. The last home run he hit was on a fastball.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2 to Adell, who walked earlier. The Angels have only drawn 1 walk today against 9 strikeouts. Still a little bit of time here for the Angels to fight back. There's a liner right through a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here in the 8th inning as Adell gets his 2nd hit today.
Yeah, good swing back up the middle. 109 miles per hour. Stayed on that one. Good swing. That's what you want to see from Joe Adell. Don't try to pull that hit right back up the middle. Fastball again. Another fastball hit by Adell.
After De Los Santos retired the side in order in the 7th quickly, he's allowed a leadoff hit here. The Yankees send their pitching coach out to the mound. It's Matt Blake for a conversation as the Yankees get their bullpen cooked up again. Reminder, after the game, stick around for Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. Sellout crowd here tonight, 43,626. Good crowds expected tomorrow and Wednesday as well, but encourage you to come out here and join this fun atmosphere. It certainly is festive when the Angels and Yankees get together.
Always festive. A lot of battles over the years. The Angels have been successful against them here, and a lot of battles in the postseason also.
As Taylor looking for his first hit as an Angel, looks at a strike. Angels won their first ever playoff series against the Yankees back in 2002 in the division series. 1 ball, 1 strike on Taylor.
Doesn't hit the ball on the ground a lot, but he has some room on that right side of the infield. And a lot of room in left center too.
Angels got their last playoff win against the Yankees as well in the 2009 American League Championship Series. That was pennant number 40 for the Yankees. That was their last American League pennant until last year. They got number 41 at long last.
That was his pitch right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Taylor.
Imagine now he's going to see his changeup, especially when you throw a fastball not plane on the inside part of the plate.
Fights it off foul. Yankees were penaltless from 2009's World Series win after beating the Angels and then the Phillies to win the championship in 09. They went 14 straight years without going to the World Series, their longest drought in the last 100 years. Taylor 0 for 3 in his Angels debut tonight. Strikes out for the 2nd time. 1 away, and now Luis Renifo will bat for Kevin Newman.
Those numbers, looks like Aaron Boone's going to go to the bullpen now.
Renifo would bat left-handed either way with the righty up in the bullpen for the Yankees as well. So De Los Santos strikes out 3 of the 5 batters that he faces, and he'll head for the exit.
Kansas City's hot.
They are relentless.
And Bobby
Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
One big swing from the Royal superstar.
The greatest player on earth right now.
You become like a massive, massive force.
Salute indeed to El Capitan.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason.
Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's hammered. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Crow Armstrong, what a stud.
Showed at Imanaga, it's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki for the grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
At 6:30, it'll be Tyler Anderson and Carlos Rodon. A good matchup of left-handers.
Rodon has an unbelievable slider at his numbers. He's got 47 strikeouts with a slider this season alone. And Tyler Anderson with that great changeup. A couple lefties with those really good out pitches they will throw tomorrow night.
Rodon has been really good so far this year. His 16 wins last year. He's been much better this year. 2.88 ERA. Got his beard now, so he's happy.
Hilos had success against him, though. He's just 3-4 with over 5 ERA.
He knocked him around last year in this ballpark. He was barking at the fans, too.
Yes.
On his way to the shower. Here's Mark Leiter Jr. He's been used a lot. 25th appearance for the Yankees. He's been really good.
It's that overpowering fastball, 90-93 little cutter, curveball, slider, changeup, and split.
Facing Luis Rengifo. Lines on the left center field. That's a base hit. Adele with a big turn. He's on his way to third base, and he'll make it. So the Angels put men on the quarters with one out. Rengifo with a quick strike off the bench. And now Zach Neto, homered in the first, will have a chance here.
And you go back to his first bat. We talk about that impact point for him. Yarbrough, change up, dead center field, 440 feet. That impact point for him. 106 off the bat. How far out in front, and all his extra base hits, including all his home runs, he's been able to get those pitches out in front and doing the damage.
See if Neto can keep a rally going for the Angels here. They've had 2 hits out of the first 3 batters of this inning, and now ball 1 from Leiter. 4 Leiter pitchers in Major League history. Mark Leiter Jr. and his dad, and his uncle Al Leiter, and his son Jack Leiter. Neto chops one foul toward the Angel dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Point where he throws a lot of, you see that grip he has, that split finger pitch set up in the baseball. Throws that about 27% of the time. 1-1 counts the right-handed batters.
Leiter gets a lot of strikeouts for someone who isn't overpowering. There's a big curveball there. He mixes his pitches a lot for someone who's only going to face a few hitters at a time. Two balls, 1 strike. 32 strikeouts in 22 innings this year for Leiter.
And to get the crowd going, Neto is here with a good swing.
Ball 3. If Neto can reach, the tying run would come to the plate.
Should be a fastball again.
First and third, 1 out. Angels trying to rally late, down by 4. Neto jumping at that 3-1 pitch, bounced it foul.
He got another one of those fastballs there. He will sink that fastball very effectively. He runs that in on right-handed batters.
Count on Neto trying to keep the line moving here. The 34-year-old Mark Leiter Jr. on the mound. And he strikes out Neto on a splitter that ran down and in. Big out for Leiter. I told you he gets a lot of strikeouts for a guy who does not throw very hard. It was the splitter who got it done there.
And it's shown enough pitches inside to be able to get Neto to chase that splitter off the plate in.
Here is Kochanowicz with 2 away. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Angels with a couple of hits in this inning. And test the Yankee bullpen here after Ryan Yarbrough started and was excellent. Yari De Los Santos worked to 1-2-3-7, allowed a hit in this inning. So is Leiter. And the Angels trying to at least bring the tying run to the plate. Moncada, or rather with Moncada on deck, this is where Kochanowicz uses his patience. And he grounds one up the middle, but it's handled, and Vivas gets the out at first.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends. We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my!
This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Baseball pauses to remember those brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Go to MLBtogether.com to learn more about how you can support military families grieving the loss of a loved one. Earlier this week, Zach Neto and Logan O'Hoppe participated in Fleet Week.
That thrill for them to be there.
It's Hunter Strickland to pitch in the 9th inning as the Angels are down 5-1. One beginning against Jack Kochanowicz, who otherwise looked really good in the other innings. He gave up 4 runs in the 4th, only allowed 1 hit in the other 6 innings that he pitched. And Neto staying at second base. Strike call to Peraza. Darno is now behind the plate.
That's odd, especially because you're thinking O'Hoppe would be coming up.
Yeah, drew up 4th in the bottom of the 9th. With the Angels only down by 4, so that certainly is alarming to see Logan O'Hoppe being pulled from the game. Oswald Peraza leads off the 9th inning against Strickland. He's not made any contact tonight. Kochanowicz struck him out 3 times.
Great slider there for Strickland.
Angels would have Moncada, Ward, and Soler due up. Then it would have been O'Hoppe in the 4th spot in the 9th inning, but not now. One ball, 2 strikes on Peraza. Loops this one to right center field. Taylor got a good jump moving over. Slides and makes a good catch.
Well, anywhere you put him defensively, he can do a lot of things well in that glove, whether it's the infield or the outfield. Nice play by Chris Taylor. And a good read off the bat. Comes sliding in. Excellent play.
First out of the inning as Ben Rice will bat. Judge looming in this inning, due up 4th, so the Angels would need to retire the side in order here to avoid Judge batting for a 5th time tonight. His offense for the 3rd straight day just hasn't done much. 3 runs total in these last 3 games.
Well, he felt real good too after 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Neto followed by Kochanowicz coming up. Leiter Jr. made some good pitches, especially that splitter to Neto.
The Angels have only had 7 hits in the last 2 games, 3 yesterday and 4 today. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rice, who singled in the 4th inning. That was the rally starter. 3 straight hits. Judge's was an infield hit. And a bases loaded walk, a strikeout, and Anthony Volpe ripped a 3-run double out to right center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rice.
Pretty good job is fouling that good changeup from Strickland away.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss by Rice. Strickland with a strikeout.
Got a good assortment of breaking balls between that sweeper and slider. Good to have him back in that halo uniform. He was really good last year.
If you remember going into last year, he was thinking of retiring. He ended up sticking around. Had a really good season. Signed with the Rangers in the spring training this year. Ended up at AAA for them to begin the season. Let go, and now he's back with the Angels, and feels like he's in the right spot now.
Yeah, really happy to be wearing that uniform again. The Halos.
Rangers lost today to the Blue Jays 2-1. Their offensive troubles continue. They've been hitting Adolis Garcia and Marcus Semien at the bottom of their order.
That is pretty amazing.
They're supposed to have Corey Seager back soon, maybe tomorrow.
He's a difference maker in that lineup.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Grisham, who had a base hit in that 4-run 4th inning. The one big inning for the Yankees tonight. It's been too much for the Angels bats to handle in terms of a comeback so far. Still have 1 more inning to go. Fly ball from Grisham. Joe Adell is there, and this game will go to the bottom of the 9th inning.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
5-1, the Yankees lead the Angels 4 runs in the top of the fourth, put New York in front. Angels have not scored since Zach Neto's leadoff home run. Yohan Moncada starting the bottom of the ninth against the new pitcher as Luke Weaver enters the game for the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt has checked in as well, playing first base, so defensive upgrade with the former Gold Glover Goldschmidt now in the game at first. We'll see Goldschmidt tomorrow night as well, and on Wednesday you'd figure with the lefties on the mound.
He swung the bat really well this season for the Yankees. It looked like he was slowing down at the plate, but not this season. Between him and Judge, a historic number for 2-0 together.
Goldschmidt is just a tremendous player. He always has been. He's been excellent so far as a Yankee his first year there. Moncada leads off the bottom of the ninth. It's Weaver on the mound here for the Yankees. Ryan Yarbrough in line for the win. 6 brilliant innings from Yarbrough tonight. The Angels only have 4 hits. Moncada had a good cut there, and it's 0-1. Weaver's been pretty good. 2 runs allowed in his last 22 appearances. Good for a 0.76 ERA.
Fastball pretty firm, 94-98. A cutter, a curveball, changeup.
He has the most innings pitched for a reliever that has only allowed 2 runs or fewer so far this year. Devin Williams had been the closer early on. It wasn't working out. They've allowed Weaver to rack up some saves. He has 8 of them. He's really helped solidify the ends of games for a Yankee team that's trying to get to 33-20. Moncada busted his bat and fouled one off.
Opponent's batting average 115 against him too. He allowed 9 hits so far, 23 2/3 with 23 strikeouts.
Moncada with a new bat now. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Taylor Ward, then Soler due up, and then Darno would be the 4th batter due in the inning. High fly ball. Easy play for Grisham. Yohan is 0 for 4 tonight. Run away. Find out afterward what Ron Washington has to say about Ohapi and why he took him out of the game prior to the 9th inning.
Almost nothing significant because he's such a valuable player.
Ohapi 0 for 3 tonight, grounded out, 2 strikeouts. Don't remember any kind of foul ball or anything. Taylor Ward hitless yesterday and so far today. His 10-game extra base hit streak to come to an end yesterday. Surpassing Darren Erstad's Angels record, getting to 10 in a row with an extra base hit. It's just 1 shy of the American League record. Pretty good run that Ward was on.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was hitting everything. Right center, center field, pulling the baseball, fastballs, secondary pitches.
Balls and a strike. 6:30 start tomorrow. Tyler Anderson and Carlos Rodon.
You got the real patient against that slider tomorrow from Rodon.
Anderson's been good in his career against the Yankees. I mentioned earlier the trouble Rodon has had against the Angels. It's been good so far this year.
Yeah, he's really stepped in, especially now with Garrett Cole out for the year.
They're certainly
heel too.
Yeah, they're missing some parts. Stanton's been out. Cole has been out. Luis Heel. And they keep chugging along.
Ooh, that was a pretty good pitch.
Taylor Ward draws a walk, so the Angels get a base runner here in the bottom of the 9th. Batter will be Jorge Soler. Yankees, 1992 was their last year below 500. An incredibly long run of above 500 seasons. Historic, really. One baseball team has ever had a longer run. It was them. The 20s to the 60s. Montreal Canadiens, the only other professional sports team that has had as long of a run with winning seasons as the Yankees are on right now, dating back to '92. 2 balls, no strikes here. Weaver walked Ward. Now he's behind Soler, and he wants to talk about it with Austin Wells. You ever call the catcher out yourself? You said you didn't like when they come out, but no. You call one out?
No. No, I said they just put the right fingers down. Now, well, now the right pitch calm down. The numbers.
Push the right buttons. Luke Weaver wants a word with his catcher and infield here. Weaver was a first-round pick out of Florida State University. Didn't really work out for him as a starting pitcher. Being drafted by the Cardinals. He has found plenty of success as a reliever these last couple of years with the Yankees. He really didn't get his career going until he was about 30. Swings and misses, and it's 2-1 on the cutter. And all those seasons where Weaver was with different teams and struggling as a starter, nobody thought, hey, maybe we should just try this guy in the bullpen.
Yeah, he's been great in this role.
Made 21 starts for the Reds 2 years ago, and ERA was almost 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Remember that conversation they had worked so far.
Start throwing the cutter for a strike. Back-to-back cutters to get even with Soler. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the 9th inning. 1 out and Ward at first. Weaver had over 100 strikeouts out of the bullpen last year. He did allow 10 home runs. This year he has only given up 1.
Job of fighting off that cutter. Would have been a strike too.
Two and 2 the count on Soler. Weaver all agitated out there on the mound. He's stepping off, calling for meetings,
dropping the baseball.
Yeah, he's fidgety. What constitutes a fidget?
We'll have to check out with Harry Potter.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Soler. Full count now. We'll see if Soler can keep the line moving here. Travis d'Arnaud and then Adele. Looking for some opportunities in the bottom of the 9th inning to bring the Angels closer.
Seen some pretty good magical 9th inning comebacks. Big A this year.
Soler throws his bat at it, loops it to left center, but it hangs up for Grisham. 2 outs. Runner going, the throw to second base with nobody covering. As Vivas rescued it from going to the outfield. Normally that would be defensive indifference, but Wells was hardly indifferent.
Yeah, I think with the throw going to second, I think that's going to be a stolen base. It should be. In the first of the year for Ward.
It's got to be a stolen base. You can't be indifferent if you make the throw. Ball, no strikes on d'Arnaud. Batting for the first time tonight. O'Hoppe left the game in the top of the ninth. We don't know the reason. Find out in postgame. One ball, one strike on d'Arnaud.
Tell you what, Weaver has great ride on his four-seam fastball. He stays in that same plane out of his hand.
A whole different pitcher since joining the Yankees. Becoming a full-time reliever. And he's taken over the closer's role from the much more expensive Devin Williams. Weaver's been downright dominant. It's time called. Some kind of firework went off in the background. Yeah, blame the mouse. Always shooting off fireworks over there. Two and two on d'Arnaud, 2 outs. A ground ball toward the left side off the glove of Pedraza. It goes into left center field. Ward will stay at third base. Pedraza with a diving attempt. And d'Arnaud is an infield hit, so this inning will continue here. And Joe Adell will have a chance to at least bring the tying run to the plate.
I think he stayed on that one really well. Pedraza almost got to that baseball, but d'Arnaud picks up an infield hit. Joe Adell so far in this game, on base all 3 times, a walk, 2 hits. Last at bat, he crushed the fastball right back up the middle.
Now Matt Blake will come back out, the Yankees pitching coach. As the Angels try to get it going with 2 outs. Adell's been the highlight offensively tonight. Neto had the home run early, but since then Adell has walked and had 2 hits, so he's been on base 3 times. Start to run Weaver's pitch count a little bit too. 21 pitches for Weaver. Think about the rest of this series, and could be impactful if he can push his pitch count up to 30 or so. Kenley Jansen has gone up in the bullpen for the Angels in case this game ends up going to the 10th inning. Is that Williams up for the Yankees? Looks like it.
Yeah. It's getting warmed up in a hurry too.
So here is Adell. You try to get this one to Taylor. Swing and a miss. Angels have Matthew Lugo and Tim Anderson on their bench. Lugo's had some big blows late in games, but it looks like it would be Taylor if this inning continues. And Lugo wearing a hoodie. All one to Adell.
You mentioned he's hit a couple fastballs of late that struggled quite a bit on fastballs this season, but a home run and now a single on fastballs for Joe Adell.
Called strike. Pitch fell below the zone. Adell with a check swing, but it was called a strike.
Yeah, that's not in the strike zone. Well below the zone. Change up.
Now the Angels down to their final strike. This will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Weavers. That affects him tomorrow too. High pop-up should end it. The Yankees scored 4 in the 4th. Anthony Volpe had a 3-run double. And they take game 1 of this series 5-1.
Yeah, some excitement early on, especially with Zach Neto with that leadoff home run. But Anthony Volpe, the other outstanding young shortstop in this game, a 3-run double, breaking the 1-1 tie. The difference maker on an 0-2 pitch.
New York wins 5-1. We'll wrap things up in a moment.
If you're a Rockies fan, they've got some young talent.
Pretty dynamic, everyday position club.
Starting to see some young guys with some serious talent. There's some speed and there's some pop.
Man, I always keep a little chip on my shoulder.
He made the catch.
Crazy range, rocket arm.
They just need to have some guys that have breakout years. There's potential there to have that.
They're going to be competitive in every game.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6th straight game with a home run.
Jarren Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss.
Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This green monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
The guy's a winner. He's got all the talent.
The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
Yankees take the opener in this series 5-1 in front of a sold-out Angel Stadium tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with Game 2 as the Angels will look to even this series at 6:30. Angels Live pregame will begin at 6 o'clock. Stay tuned. Angels Live postgame is next with Patrick O'Neill and Garrett Anderson. For Gooby and Erica, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying goodnight.
Big news.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. I just go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention. Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
Roar is back in Motown. Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King.
Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all. Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Yankees take this game 5-1 is the final as we welcome you to our Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. Zach Neto. Zach, attack. Another leadoff home run. That is his 4th leadoff home run in the month of May, tying a franchise record for most leadoff home runs in a month of a season. Taylor Ward also accomplished for one other time. I am with Angels Hall of Famer Garrett Anderson. I'm Patrick O'Neill. So the Angels have lost 3 in a row, and they've only scored 3 runs in those 3 games after winning 8 in a row and averaging 7 runs a game. You're not going to win if you're going to score 1 run a game.
No, you're not going to win at this level, and it's just unfortunate that, you know, the bats collectively has gone silent. It was like the other way around when they were scoring all the runs. Generally, you want to have at least 4 or 5 guys every day doing something in your lineup, and when you see 3 runs in 3 games, that means nobody's really doing anything.
Yep, tough loss for sure. Packed house, a sellout over 43,000. We'll hear from Ron Washington. We'll get his take on the offense, the pitching, and if he has any update on Logan O'Hoppe, who left the game late. We'll find out what he has to say. Okay, Zach Neto. This guy should be an all-star, does everything humanly possible to help the team win.
Yeah, he does. It's every night. And he's taking control of this leadoff spot, and I think he really feeds off of it because of his personality, and he just wants to be that guy. So I'm happy that he's still progressing and learning and getting better every day.
A prototypical leadoff hitter, in your opinion, who is like the best guy? Look at the point of impact also. You told me it's because, what, he
stands really close on the plate, so he has to get the bat head out there. So otherwise, he'll be popping balls up and whatnot. So, no, it's a good approach for him. It works for him, and he stays within that, and he doesn't try to do anything outside of that.
Yeah, he's not overly aggressive or like incredibly patient either, but he's up there and he knows the pitch that he wants to hit. He's attacking his zone.
Well, no, he's actually getting good at the ambush. Like he's getting good at that. He's starting to recognize the pitch. If you do it 4 times in a month, that means you pretty much have the zone where if you swing at that pitch, it's going to be a home run. And I think he's found that. And I've also seen him as well be selective up there to be a leadoff hitter. So he's not just swinging the bat.
He's a very smart baseball player, that was 440 feet, which is the longest home run of his career. Comes in a loss, and I'm sure that's all he's going to take away. Jack Kochanowicz on the bump. He goes 6 2/3. It's that 1 inning, though, that was costly.
Yeah, the 1 inning got it to him today. He gave up the hits, and they strung together the hits, and they put the pressure on him. And, that's just sometimes that's what happens to sinker ball pitchers. By luck, sometimes they're going to just find some holes, and that's what happened to him tonight.
I know for Angels fans, all of us, like, you get so close to being back in the mix and you lose 3 in a row. You want these guys to be perfect, and that's the thing. They have to be perfect almost every night.
Well, they have to be, and the hard part about this is that, he hasn't been up here very long. So
that's right.
He's still learning how to pitch at the major league level, which is extremely difficult. So I give him a lot of credit because he's out there, his pitch count stays low, and he fights. He doesn't give up.
That was the pitch to Volpe. Bases loaded. It's a 1-1 game at this point after he walks a run in. It's an 0-2 4-seamer, and it's upstairs.
Yeah, 0-2 period. I mean, you can't leave anything out over the plate. This is the major leagues, and they will make you pay, and I'm sure that's something that'll be in the back of his mind his next start.
Okay, so how does he fix that? Logan O'Hoppe is the one that's calling for these pitches, 0-2. He's shake. He's got to take ownership there.
Yeah, it'll definitely be collective. I mean, I know they work hard at their game plans, and he knows that he can't do that, and he'll try to find a way to fix it.
At this level, sometimes it's that one mistake. You often hear that a pitcher or a hitter will say, I hit the mistake, and that was the case there. Okay, so for Yarbrough, the big lefty, for 6 innings, he kept the halos off balance. What did you see?
Soft throwing left-hander. When you have a soft throwing left-hander, you have to go the other way off of him. You can't, or stay in the middle of the field. This is a guy you can't pull. He's keeping the ball away from you, and he's changing speeds and keeping it down. So this is what we will call just a soft throwing lefty that causes problems because the hitter won't make the adjustment and let the ball travel and hit it up the middle.
Listen, hitting is contagious, but can it go the other way sometimes?
Oh, for sure. And tonight, in the last few days, it really has. Things are just a little bit out of sync, and I think some guys are probably going out of their zone a little bit, but, you know, the game yesterday, the guy dealt. I mean, but tonight, this guy is a little bit easier to handle, and they just didn't get the job done.
Pressing maybe just slightly offensively, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. For sure.
Tough one. Okay, you lose 3 in a row after it was going so well for so long. Even Ron Washington will say you can't keep that up, right? But you got to kind of get close, at least a little bit better than they have been offensively. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll hear from Wash. We'll definitely look ahead in the series with the New York Yankees. You know, it's going to be intense for sure. On this Memorial Day, it was the Yankees 5 and your Halos 1. More Angels Live Post next.
Let's talk Orioles, a powerhouse and getting better.
They have a lot of young players, and you know they're going to take another step.
High, deep, way out of here. That ball was barbecue.
Leave it up to the kid to do something special. These guys are superstar players.
Talk about smacking the opponent in the mouth from pitch 1.
That's the day in, day out, and finding a way to win.
They've done an incredible job of bringing up this homegrown talent.
Take a bow, young man. The good vibes are back in Baltimore.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that.
Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff.
He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth the Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win.
Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go my zone, Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
The guy's dangerous.
Julio.
Angels Live postgame right here on FanDuel Sports Networks, brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Well, packed house. I hope that's not what the parking lot looks like right now. Garrett, get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, but no, we're still here, of course, breaking down this game. Garrett Anderson and Patrick O'Neill here with you. It was packed house, almost 44,000, a sellout. So the fourth inning, the two big plays, right? Judge hits it hard to Moncada, bases loaded. But look at that one first, and your thought on that one.
Yeah, I mean, when I finally got a chance to see it, you know, it was hit. It was blistered. Yeah. But I would tell you, I'm sure Moncada probably said, I probably should have caught that.
And if he does, what do you think the play is to be made? What's
it's a double play.
Double play.
I just think he kind of overran it a little bit and, you know, probably thought it was hit harder. But that's kind of what happened.
And then 0-2, we talked about that.
Big mistake out over the plate and drove in some runs.
What would you be looking 0-2? Generally, do you think that pitcher, that's a throwaway pitch. They never want to throw a strike.
Yeah, you don't have to look for that pitch to hit it.
And this play?
And this is just not a good look play. It's a play that, you know, the game was already a little out of hand and just not a good look.
And then that would lead to a sac fly to drive in the Judge. Aaron Judge, just another run score for the big man.
Yeah, he's a tremendous talent.
And just in the pregame show, I mean, this is star. This is a big star.
Yeah, he's a rock star. I mean, when he came out on the field, it was like, wow, did the Pope show up? I mean, it was like it was a roar.
It really was. Like, what in the heck? You're like, you didn't even have to look, by the way.
No, I know.
Like, Aaron Judge hit the field. All right, we're here from Ron Washington on the other side. Also, look ahead. You got Tyler Anderson in a big game, the middle game of this series. It's a big one for him tomorrow. So we'll look at that one. Rodon is going for the Bombers. Speaking of bombs, that was Zach Neto going. Yeah.
Hey everyone,
Patrick O'Neill here with FanDuel Sports Network. May is Mental Health Month, and we're bringing you more mental health and wellness tips from OC Healthcare. Emotional wellness is the ability to successfully handle life stresses and adapt to change in difficult times. One way to practice emotional wellness is to take time for yourself. Relax and recharge. Connect with others. Engage in physical activity. Practice gratitude. Create a daily routine. Find more tips for improving your mental health and the National Institute Health's emotional checklist at angels.ocnavigator.org.
A history of...
The Braves have staying power.
Just an absolute powerhouse. Big-time bombers in the lineup that could really, really hurt you. They're going to be a force again.
Your 2024 National League Cy Young Award winner.
This is what the greats do. Watch him go to work.
Swing and a miss. What a way to finish for Chris Sale.
Explosiveness with the velocity, with the nastiness of his pitches.
The man is on fire.
He is MLB Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I do every day. Play baseball and have fun.
Braves just keep on rolling.
I think this is the Phillies' division to win.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series ring.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Great ones do great things when it matters.
Trey Turner, just tools out of his mind.
Trey Turner, mammoth home run.
Zach Wheeler. But this guy has been nothing but sensational since he was signed.
This fan base loves us as a team. I love the city, man. A lot of fun to be able to go in the bank every single day.
They are a complete team. Time to win for the Phillies.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Angels Live postgame right here on FanDuel Sports Network, and brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Oh, the traffic's flying out of here right now. That's good news. All right, the Yankees beat the Angels 5-1. With Garrett Anderson, Patrick O'Neill, not necessarily good news here. Top 8, Vivas at the plate, the follow-through. We see this often, right, where the hand reaching out the catcher, in this case Logan O'Hoppe, got hit by the bat. What'd you see?
Just, you know, like there are some guys that have a long reach when they finish, and he's one of those guys, and he let it, you know, he let one go, and then, you know, right off the dome right there, and just hopefully, you know, those helmets that they use nowadays they're pretty good, so hopefully, you know, nothing's wrong. It's just a precautionary thing.
Yeah, okay, so we heard hand, but that's definitely dome, but let's definitely get the inside scoop, as it may, and hear from Ron Washington moments ago.
Yeah, you know, we'll just have to see tomorrow, but we took him out for precaution. I guess you guys know he got hit with that backswing.
When did he get hit?
What inning was that?
Top 8.
Top of the 8th, yeah.
How's he feeling right now?
He's still good. So he's telling me he can play, but we're going to wait and see.
Where did he get hit?
In the head.
What did you think of Kochanowicz today?
I thought he was good, really. Those first 3 innings, he was dominating. And then that 4th inning, they just found some holes. Then he struck the next guy out, got ahead of Volpe, and just made a bad pitch. And it was the 4 runs. After that, he went back out in the 5th, 6th, and got 2 out in the 7th. If we could just take that back, it'd be a different ball game.
Stevenson a walk for Joe today. What did you see with that bats?
Well, you know, he hit some pitches he can hit, and he laid off a lot of pitches. So, just like to see it keep going.
What did you see on the Baltimore Kata to judge it in that fourth inning?
For me, that's a ball you stay on your feet, you backhand it, you run to third base and go for the double play. He left his feet. Once he left his feet, you know, now the hand's not working the way they're supposed to work. So that was just a situation where we made a bad decision as far as the play goes.
What do you think overall of your offense?
Well, it's not what it was. I mean, the way we were swinging the bat, I did think that we would have at least 3 or 4 guys in that lineup constantly clicking. But Miami come up in here and put us away. And then now we're fighting to try to find it back again.
Were you at all concerned with, like, you know, where you guys were before that incredible stretch of, you know, kind of reverting back?
Well, it is what it is. Seemed like my offense, when everybody's going well, it's going well. When they're not going well, it's not going well. If we had the formula, we'll fix it. We just got to come every day and keep working.
Yeah, the Marlins came in. They were the coolers for sure to the bats, and then the Yankees picked up on that. Tomorrow's a big start for sure. Yankees going with Carlos Rodon against the Angels offense that needs to pick it up. Tyler Anderson, he's got a bit of a bounce back. Wasn't his sharpest self last night.
Yeah, and with his stuff, he has to be sharp. He's like Hendricks. He has to hit quadrants. He has to change speeds to, you know, be able to use that changeup to pitch upstairs and get those swings.
All right, so what's the attack offensively against Rodon?
Just, I mean, you have to ask yourself the question, what were we doing when we were doing well? I always ask myself, when I was doing well, why am I doing well? So getting back to the things that they were doing during that time would be my suggestion. But, you know, it all starts with hitting pitches in the zone.
It's only 3 games, right? But it just feels like more when you win 8 in a row. Maybe you don't want to necessarily overthink it sometimes. Just come out and...
Well, you have to examine it for sure. I mean, yeah, you have to keep saying, why are we doing this? What's going on? So, yeah, it's a constant battle every day. You're not going to get the right answer every day, but I think if you have a consistent approach to your at bat at the plate and what you want to do and keeping the pitcher in the zone, then I think you'll find more success.
And hopefully they do tomorrow. Strike it out a little bit too much. We'll see if they can bounce back against Rodon. Good job tonight. Thank you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait.
Me too.
Get the Yankees and the Judge. And hopefully can shut them down. It's going to be another packed house. We appreciate y'all once again on Memorial Day. We thank everyone that paid the ultimate price for this country. And great Memorial Day. We will see you tomorrow.